It's clearly still running on my end. Well, I'm confused. I have no friggin' idea what's going on here. So yeah, no, it's still showing live on this thing too. Hang on, did anybody else just drop? Like, is it just being weird on my end or what? Cause yeah, I'm still seeing like chat showing up and everything. So, huh? That crap is bizarre, man. Yeah, and suddenly it came back with more people. How does that even work? I don't understand. Oh, son of a dick. They actually managed to get somebody through? Yeah, could we not do this crap again, please? Icefield. I should just set her to autonomous. Don't really know how she lost that one, technically. But it's fine. We should have room to deploy one more. Alright, Canopus. Proceed to murder! Surely he can handle this one. Like, there's literally just one guy to take out. Just take out the leader. He's only got 40 health. Surely you can figure this out. Anybody wants to power him up? No, you only do, like, no damage? Okay, cool. Come on, you... Dude! Y'all suck! What is that? Seriously! What is that? This getting through with 1 health nonsense. Ah, this mechanic is such bullcrap. Right, this is why I need to stick an exit gate on somebody. So... Ow! Come on, everything! Stop falling! Alright, my bad. So, that's called Everything Fell, because the baby I am holding decided to pull on one wire, which somehow caused like 8 things to go flying. It's called I have an amazingly efficient setup, don't question it. So yeah, fairies are definitely bad. This is true. This is true. However, that whole mechanic where they touch the capital and you instantly die despite winning the war with no question whatsoever, that crap is some bullcrap. But whatever. Let's do that again. Because again, I've said from whenever the hell it was that happened in the first time, no. Steve has to die for the run to end. So it's either a win or Steve dies. Like, friggin' I touched you so the plot exploded is not... Just no. We're not gonna be doing all that. Yes, everybody dead. I know. Yeah, we're gonna skip all that nonsense, I think, and we're just gonna do what I was talking about earlier. Namely, we're gonna send Steve and Butts, and maybe Rick. The 3 of them are gonna bum rush the capital, and that's it. Actually, they're gonna bum rush that little town near the capital, and then we'll go from there. So yeah, actually, I think Butts and Rick are gonna go take that little town, while Steve is just going to bum rush it, and then, yeah, just basically use Penders to break through, because I'm not sitting here and redoing this over and over, because they got one little chicken to touch our castle. Like, that's the ridiculous part. They had a basically dead bird, and a chicken that came by, and everybody in the castle was like, no, we surrender! How can we possibly deal with a wounded bird and a chicken? This is too much for us. So yeah. Not to mention the fact that the squad decided to run away from that in the first place. Alright, so. Rick. Okay, little child. What is that for? One sec. Yeah, funny thing about babies and food bottles, right? Sometimes they will go out of their way to, like, leverage the things to basically launch it out of their face. As weird as that sounds. Like, they'll basically grab the bottle in such a way that they'll essentially twist it and catapult it so that, well, you basically have to go pick it up. It's probably unintentional, but I will say every baby I've ever fed with a bottle has done the same thing. It's kind of weird. It's weird to describe. It's this masterful technique that only babies know. Anyway, so let's go send everybody here, and then everybody else is just going to be sitting on top of this castle so we don't have to deal with friggin' Mechanic. Tired of dealing with Stronghold Mechanic. This is nonsense. Right, you do nothing. You do nothing. And that's kind of the problem there. Like, it just basically forces you to, well, more or less defend in a weird way. Again, this would never come up over the course of normal play. I should clarify that once again, because we're literally talking about a situation where it's only happening due to the fact that we're doing the ferry run. Any normal squad would have just completely curb stomped this by now. Like, if I could combine these guys into maybe 3 functional teams, this wouldn't even be a fight anymore. So, yeah, it's not necessarily a difficult game in that regard. Moving on, Steve, I don't know why you would possibly take that route. Right. You can literally walk on mountains, so why don't you go this way, and then go this way. How's that sound? Sounds like fun? Sounds like fun. Okay, good talk. Good talk. Actually, wait, somebody told me that at some point I want to go ahead and take some northern town. Is that actual advice somebody gave me, or am I imagining things? I mean, one way or another, it's a brief stop for him anyway, so yeah, you know what? Just go take it. Why not? Why not? Is this a low or high chaos frame run? Probably low. I'm assuming almost definitely low, because, I mean, so far there have been a couple high chaos frame checks that we've failed. So far we've been, like, trying to kind of sort of play the reasonable, moderate sort of good guy, but I don't really know how successful that's been, to be completely honest. Right, y'all want to stop getting crits all the time? That'd be great. That'd be nifty. With all this effort to make a lich. Oh well. Anyway, moving on. See, did you get Biscuit? Let's see, I don't see any Zenobians, so I assume it's low. So technically we have a few of them. So Aisha is still technically in the team. Ceridin died, he zombified, and then I figured, what the hell, I can't use zombies, I'm gonna turn him into a fairy. So I went and used a save editor to turn him into a fairy, which inexplicably brought him back to life for story reasons, but in the actual report it says he's constantly undergoing surgery for some reason. So, you know, figure that one out how you will. We ran into Debonair, but I don't know... he said he would back us up. I don't know what the hell he's been up to, and, yeah, so whatever that means is what happened. So yeah, zombie Ceridin. Yeah, it happened pretty early on. Like the map with the very first nuke chickens. Basically, it was it was a situation where, like, that was the first instance of getting the headquarters taken over and just basically losing by technicality. Because we ran into the nuke chickens, they took out the best squads. I still basically won that fight. Like, I was right about to take their capital, and then they sent the big push of units, and then they're like, yeah, we took your capital first, though, so yeah, win by technicality. And that's when I was basically deciding, hey, you know, none of these technicality wins, because this is boring as hell. Obviously, we were about to take their capital. Steve could have gone back and literally just soloed every one of those squads. So that's kind of my logic here. Like, if it's a case where we actually lost a fight that there was no way to win, like, if we're in a situation where, like, Steve's surrounded at 2 health, where we have, like, all the main guys dead and all of that, and, you know, the capital gets taken, in that case, no, that would be a loss. But if there's a situation where, like, say, you know, say we have a bunch of strong squads around, they're, you know, very clearly winning, you know, they're heading back to the capital right now, and they'd only be able to hold it for a second at best, no, that's not going to count as a loss. So he tried so hard to get storyline characters zombified into an Angel Knight Leah, but never managed it. Ooh, whoa, the Zephyros? Really? Interesting, okay. Was not expecting to find that, but sweet. Found one of the Wind God weapons. If they actually are Wind God weapons in this one. I'm assuming they always are, but whatever. Got the frickin' Wind Spear. My favorite spear unlocked. What was I getting at here, though? So yeah, I don't know if you can get Angel Knight Leah, because, yeah, Saradin just turned into a regular old zombie. So I don't know if them being Angel Knights is a legit possibility. Because he didn't have anything unique or anything, he was just a zombie. And I would assume they probably need a unique sprite. Actually, no, come to think that they wouldn't need it. Because, yeah, they don't use unique sprite, or they don't use unique field sprites for unique characters. So, true. Maybe it is a possibility. I don't know. Imagine if you could get plot characters turned undead, the same could be said of angels. Very well could be. I mean, there's probably ways to test it. I can probably take the save editor, turn her into an angel, and see if the game crashes, because that's how we can know for sure. But yeah, that'd be an idea. Alright, in this case, I'm gonna go ahead and okay the use of a Pendra. Because I'm really sick of this squad. You guys are not a threat. You're not a threat. Stop barely touching the capital. It's annoying. But yeah, no. Come to think of it, I think, yeah, you could technically get your main characters turned into Angel Knights and Knight of Lotus, which there's a lot of carryover between these two games. But the main caveat was, if you did so, they were considered dead for plot reasons. So in that one, stuff worked quite a bit differently, though. So I don't know. Is he autonomous? Yeah, his AoE doesn't seem terribly strong, I'm not gonna lie. A little bit disappointed by the Lich so far. See, how long have you farmed all those fairies and gremlins? A reasonable length of time. That's what I'm gonna go with. So, basically what happened early on, since it's nigh impossible to get them to join and everything else early on, I used the save editor to turn my very first starting team into fairies from the very first fight. Going from there, though, all the rest were legit acquisitions from just random battles, because I kept going to Mount Ithaca, and you can technically run into Voltons, Ravenmen, and fairies there. So every time I would run into a fairy, I would hire them. Every time I would... Actually, you can get gremlins, too. Every time I would run into a gremlin, I would hire them, and every time that I ran into the other two, they would just either get hired or fought. Basically, yeah, they would get hired or beaten. So if they can't get hired, they get beaten for experience and loot. Otherwise, yeah. So, the first 10 were, I think 10? Maybe 20. I don't know. The first 20-ish, whatever. Those were all edited in, and then the rest were as they were. Funnily enough, their stats scale so little that I didn't even have to change anything stat-wise. So, like, pretty much, they become the same unit no matter what you do. Right. I'm sick of this crap. Goodbye. Also, that Pendra did damage to exactly one guy. Awesome. Anyway. So yeah, the funny part is, in order for gremlins or fairies or whatever else to even be threatening, you have to get them up to 400 vitality and I think it was dexterity. Because interestingly enough, yeah, their attack scales off their vitality. Needless to say, that is... like, 400 is ridiculous. Right now, from what I'm seeing around... Like, our best characters are around 250 in one stat. Getting 400 in multiple is absurd. So, that would just never happen. I'm pretty sure even at max level, they wouldn't even approach that. So yeah, it's not going to turn into a March of the Black Queen situation. The Sylphs, the Sylphs made that run very easy, I have to say. Like, after they finally started coming in and doing all that kind of thing, yeah, the run changed completely. Because, yeah, at that point they were just flying around shooting lasers everywhere. It was fantastic. It was just beautiful. You know, the usual kind of stuff you'd expect. And alrighty then. I think this is just about one. Troy's just sitting here taking care of business. Sorry if there's the occasional smacking of a microphone. Little kid's still finishing up eating over here. So yeah, it's funny because yeah, you want to try and teach them to hold their own bottle, and then let's just say they aren't usually too keen on it. Like, you'll just be sitting there eating, like, oh yeah, this is pretty fantastic, and then just, like, pull out the bottle and just start screaming at it. It's like, why are you screaming at your food? It's like, I'm just angry at this food! It's so mean! It's so angry. Makes me so pissed that I haven't eaten it all yet. Or something, I don't know. It's babies in a nutshell, man. It's just big old question mark on everything. It's like, why are you doing X, Y, or Z? Who knows? Reasons, I guess. Alright, might as well retreat at this point. Because really, what else is he gonna do? As per usual, that guy survived with one hit, and those are those two paladins that refused to die last time. Alrighty, alrighty. Random whistle in the background. The children say hi. Alright, so how are they doing on taking that northern area? Should probably go see what Steve's up to. I turned off those little notifications for every time that I went to go through and do the whole grinding thing. Just because I have them run back and forth in Mount Ithaca, so basically every time that they want to take a nap, they're like, oh, I gotta go take a nap, and then it takes forever to go through those menus. So instead, I just turn it off, and then they just take a nap without telling me about it. It's great. Man, I'm sure glad these Pendras keep targeting exactly one unit, and it's always the exact weakest one. That's pretty awesome. Alright, quick pause here to go see what this town thinks of us. Really, the only reason I'm looking through all of these is because I just want to see what everybody's up to. Must be her will? Okay, whatever. If you say so. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's just because of our OP stats. And hello there. Wait, Nebular View. Hello. Nice to see ya. How are things? Alright, let's go ahead and go this way. He's probably going to fight that birdie along the way. And hang on one quick second here. Just I'm going to wait for just a moment. Alright, and back. Yeah, sorry to step away at that moment. So, I mean, I'm doing alright. I just had a little baby practicing his kung fu moves over here. Like, little guy's just sitting there pretending to eat. And he's like, wait a minute, but what happens if I, like, freak out and throw my feet in all directions? So that's always fun. That's always fun. That's basically kids in a nutshell for you. They always do a bunch of stuff to pretty much immediately get in their own way, and then kind of wonder why it went wrong. But it's adorable, so that's always a plus. And yeah, that guy just managed to solo 5 dudes at once. You know, normal stuff you do every day. Dragoons aren't overpowered at all. I don't know what you're talking about. Use item. You don't have any items, because I forgot to give everybody items. Okay, just go sit on this town then. Also, they took... Oh, they took that place. Troy, you want to go ahead and take it? Thank you. So he's going to go ahead and try to liberate it. He's going to be going this way. He's going to be taking out that bird. And then once that bird's gone, he's just going to go take the capital, and then we can be done here. Because, yeah, I'm pretty sure we're dropping Chaos Frame like nobody's business. Do I want to chance it? Nah. Get nuked. Man, the weapon pre-igniter's so dang good. Favorite item. favorite item by far. Alright. So Steve will continue soloing everything as he does. Hopefully the last Pendra will be good enough to run straight up to the boss and just one-shot him. But for the time being, he needs to go take out that bird. Thankfully, yeah, they're sending out all their guards now. So it's just going to be the one guy sitting by himself, and yeah, Steve is way faster than all of them right now. So no particular worries about him catching up. Losing on our fairies a little bit. And he's wasting all of his damage on the wrong units, but whatever. That's fine, that's fine. He's got plenty to go around. But anyway, hopefully everybody's day is going pretty alright. Hopefully going a little bit frozen than it is over here. Everything is just completely and utterly frigid. Right, you go here, and then you go here. Because they're probably going to try to react to him, but yeah, he can just outrun them. Because that's what that little statue does, because that's how statues work. I mean, anybody ever been to a museum? You just basically go there, and then you look at a statue. It's like, man, I got this little statue of a horse at the gift shop, and then you don't need your car anymore, you just basically run home. I mean, it would be a run home, but it's more like you're hovering above the air, just kind of hovering home because you get your little horse figure. I mean, standard gift shop stuff. I don't know what to tell you. Alright, so Dio's gonna do his thing. Smack that guy. In fact, I was thinking yesterday. So, throughout this whole series, like, Lotus is a big threat throughout all of it. It's just they've stashed all these crazy artifacts and everything else, and they've gotten all these, you know, super weapons, and they're always looking for more, like, throughout most of the series. And I kind of wonder if Episode 8 didn't happen, because technically, like, by the time it would come around, they would have to, like, do some serious anal reaching to be able to actually pull something that would be a threat to the teams that are left over. Because, yeah, like, if you think about it, you've got 3 teams that are potentially going into Episode 8 there, right? So you've got the Zenobian guys, obviously. Okay, there we go. He's going to take out the leader. Hopefully that's going to count as a win. Yes. And then he'll be able to take that down. So you've got the Zenobian guys. They're going to... I mean, they've got all of their, like, at least a couple, like, let's say 50, right? Ridiculously amazing super units. And they've got a handful that can basically just win entire wars by themselves. They've got, well, I guess by the end of luck, technically, they've got the Brynhilder, they've got technically all the Wind God weapons, although those things travel around a lot. It's weird because the protagonists of all the games have the Wind God weapons by canon. Or at least by assumed canon, because, yeah. So yeah. Like, presumably, let's say Wind God weapons are scattered between all the different characters there. So they've got all these, like, crazy elemental things. They've got all that. They've got fire crests, presumably. Because, again, it's, like, by canon at this point, thanks to Lux, they've gone through Palace of the Dead at least a couple times in order to get past all the story events. In order to get to the part where you have to go rescue Warren. So, yeah. Thanks to that, yeah, no, he absolutely would, you know, they would absolutely be in possession of that. Presumably they've all gotten, you know, max levels by that point as well. So I was hoping to avoid them, but screw it. Let's go ahead and just fight them head on. And, yeah. So they've got all those things. Over on the what else? I mean, presumably they've got armies of, like, angels and mermaids and crap. And yes, so Evan, they're, technically speaking, yeah, they would still be unstable. Like, they basically say in OV64 that they are still unstable. But still, like, they've got that at their disposal. If, like, the whole Lotus thing happens, they're like, okay, check it out, we lost all these other wars, we're gonna make this, you know, hell portal to bring out all these demons and crap. I'm pretty sure everybody would be okay with a little bit more inconvenience to stop that. Anyway. So right, so they've got access to all those things. Over on the Valerian side of things, they have a guy that learned to time travel. They've, again, got a bunch of crazy soul weapons and crap. They've got, what else? They've also got fire crests. They've also got wind god weapons, and they've also got, They've also basically mastered, like, just alternating between life and death by the end of the story. So, they've mastered death itself. Over on this side, the Platinum side, presumably they've also got all the Wind God stuff. They've also presumably got all the Ogre stuff as well. Like, all of these different artifacts that every single time, like, Lotus shows up, they're like, we want to go get all these artifacts. You managed to make space rocks that can cause people to murder their families. That's not super useful from a tactical standpoint. I don't know. It's just like I made a bunch of chaos and ruined this guy's life. Like, how did this help you win a war? Well, bit of a thing there. But just point being, all of them have basically, by the end of their stories, gotten all these crazy, like, legendary artifacts and crap. They've more or less somewhat loosely unified all of their, disparaged groups and whatever. And all of them have some crazy superpowers on top of that. Like, I was thinking the other day that technically the only protagonist in the series that never gets superpowers is Alphonse. Like, his main kind of sort of superpower is the fact that he never gets debuffs. So he's immune to all debuffs, but still. He's technically the only one on the Lotus side, and according to what were apparently some design documents from ages ago, he was supposed to be joining their team too, so there's they got nothing. Like, just everybody else is too overpowered. But yeah, so I was actually... So in the background, I was kind of working on a bit of a thing. It's probably going to take a while to finish, but you know how I was mentioning that lore video a while ago? I was talking about putting that together. Well, I mean, that's happening. It's just taking a hot minute. So whenever I finish that up, that's kind of the long and short of what that's going to be. It's just like who did what, where, when, where a certain... No need to rest? Well, fine. You just sit there for a moment. In fact... Nobody else can even recover. You go here, you just go rest on this town for a minute. Because I don't want to risk anything. And they're still trying to send birds through. Whatever. Let's see what this town does. What do you guys think of us? Let's see, so if they leave their respective countries, it becomes turmoil, which would mean why they did fight in the first place. True. See, coalition to end the discrimination against demons. I mean, presumably what they would send is, like, the A-teams from each of their respective groups. Like, they've... And presumably there's going to be another one for, like, the Nerdamese side, as well as, like, another episode in Zenobia or something like that. So, like, if there was an episode 8, I'm assuming it would be, like, Denim, Lands, Destin, and, just, like, basically all their different teams, and then they, like, team up with Lands at some point down the line. Like, presumably Lands went off to, like, Zenobia or something. He's just like, oh, gonna go start over, maybe start my own revolution since they seem to be going super well. So, it's like, haven't had a good revolution in a while. Which, actually, he did start one. He technically started 2. And they did go super well for him, so, worth it. Hang on, did I ever see what this town was up to? I'm literally just seeing if there's any, like, missable characters or something. I hate to see you stepping on our soil, but it's better than Lotus. Yeah, okay. Nifty. See, so FFT was supposed to be part of Ogre Battle, right? Which episode, though? From indications that were out there, it seemed to be like it was supposed to be episode 8. Except the problem was that, yeah, episode 8's scale, the way that they had lined it out was, to be completely honest, impossible. There was no way they ever could have made that game. The plan was that they were supposed to have one more bit that apparently fleshed out, like, one more of the side bits. Presumably, I don't really know how they do it, to be totally honest, because, again, they've, like, episode 8 would be the last one. They've already done episode 7, so I don't know where they'd fit fleshing out more stuff. Whatever, that aside, the main shtick was supposed to be that, yeah, all of your main characters are kind of coming in from different places, and essentially they're all meeting up, presumably in, like, Zenobia or something. And then, yeah, there's another war that breaks out, everybody's going through their usual political nonsense, and then at the end of it, somebody actually succeeds in doing the whole Ogre Gate thing. So then they managed to open up a gate, everything sucks, friggin' demonic crab going around ravaging everything, and then everybody's supposed to team up for one big, fight against them. So, yeah, that was more or less the outline that was indicated. But I'm not super sure how it would have been done, because again, it would have needed a ridiculously huge cast, it would have needed a ridiculously huge map, presumably. Like, it basically was kind of like the Tactics Ogre version of Mass Effect 3, more or less, where it's just there's no way that it could have been done justice, because they're basically putting together, like, they're just bringing everything in. It's like, but what about all the choices up to this point? Ignore that, here's all the canon that you actually want to follow. So, yeah. See, it went well, but not for Lance. His wife died and he lost his mind. True, although, I guess that's another question, which was just which version of Lucht is actually canon at this point, because technically the true ending to the PSP version does require that you would have gone through and actually rescued him again. So, like, at that point, they straight up confirmed that Denim has time travel powers. Goes back in time, stops the entire intro from happening. So yeah, stops the intro from happening, saves Lance, but then immediately goes back to the original post-war timeline, having just pretty much saved all the Zenobians. So it could have just been a way to write them back into the story, but it could have just been a side story. But the only reason I consider that one to be canon is because right at the very end, after you see the scene that you would have had to go through for all of it, that's when you finally get the little thing of like, oh, the Ogre Battle series will continue, and it never did, you lying bastards. So, yeah. Let's see. It's done. But yeah, so yeah, it didn't go super great for Lance. Though, to be fair, I kind of like the, dark as it is, I do like the original ending for him. It makes sense. Like, I mean, the guy's been through so much at that point. It's really no wonder that he finally gave up. But, oh well. Alright, so I talked to all the towns. Nobody can tell me I didn't talk to the towns. I'm sure it's going to be something like, oh yeah, you missed recruiting everybody forever because you didn't send Steve out to a particular town. Also, probably sending Rick the Lich as our diplomat here might not be the best idea. Like, oh, who's representing them? Oh, this friggin' soggy, disgusting skeleton. It's like, managed to get divorced from an evil queen last year. Ah. He also played PSP and OV, so I know where you're coming from. Yeah, it's... Yeah, the PS1 version's weird. Like, don't get me wrong, I adore that game. Like, I have, on my Vita right now, I have basically the entire series. I've got the original SNES version of March of the Black Queen, hard type, the PS1 version of March of the Black Queen, OB64, though it really barely even runs. Like, it technically runs, but it's weird shadow people, and then it explodes if you try to put it in standby. But whatever, it's there because it's there, dang it. I've got Night of Lotus, got the original PS1 version of Lucht, I've got Prince of Zenobia, though, again, like, it's all in Japanese, so I don't know what I'm looking at. I've got Chronicle of Valeria, though that doesn't seem to want to run. I've got One Vision, I've got the PSP version, I've got I think I mentioned Chronicle of Valeria, yeah. And then I've got the Japanese version as well on there. But yeah, I was actually considering taking the Japanese version off, because to be honest, there's, like, aside from being a fun little gimmick thing, there's not so much of a reason to keep it around. Though, if you're ever curious where some of the articles from the Japanese side came from, definitely play the Japanese version. See, is Rick the Lich a reference to a webcomic looking for a group? Wait, what? No, I've vaguely heard of that webcomic because I had an ex that tried to get me into it, but it seemed like it was all WoW jokes. Did they actually do other stuff? But yeah, no, Rick the Lich is literally just like a random, like, he was just some rando dude from March of the Black Queen. And I had two characters that could potentially go through the upgrade tree to become a Lich, because I got both the items that I needed super early for some reason. And yeah, so basically what happened is, yeah, I had two wizards, and Rick was the one with no charisma, to the point where, like, I could barely get his charisma up at all. So the joke just became he's just this horrible, soggy, disgusting mess that nobody ever wants to talk to. Like, even skeletons won't join their necromancer, brethren over here. So, yeah, his extreme lack of charisma was more or less his character. And so he then completely carried the March of the Black Queen run until he decided to actually join the Black Queen, because the dialogue was confusing. So, yeah. So then the joke became that, yeah, he lost his Ring of the Dead in the divorce, and so that's how he's back into the party now. It's, Seraphim Kitten, aka Mr. Vale, that keeps popping up every now and then. He's the one that's been kind of, like, low-key writing the backstory for this whole thing, which has been really fun to read. So basically it is WoW, but they have an undead warlock named Richard. Yeah, no, it's not a reference to that. WoW is not my cup of tea, to be completely honest. It's not a bad game or anything. I'm just not a fan. The only MMO I was ever... Okay, there's only a couple MMOs that I was ever really able to get into. One of them I don't really think counts, which is why I said a couple, not three, just because I honestly don't consider War Thunder an MMO, even though it bills itself as such, because it's more of like a flight simulator that happens to be online. But anyway, RuneScape was the one that I got super into, just because it had so many bad jokes and your character was a complete nobody, which, honestly, any game that has your character start as a complete nobody and actually earn their spot in the story, I always love that. So that really appealed to me, because, well, quite frankly, I view myself as a complete nobody that constantly runs into weird situations. But anyway, and then Guild Wars, which, honestly, that was kind of just standard MMO type stuff, but at the time, like, it was a time when I had a ton of free time. I was basically traveling around the country in a moving truck. This guy lives in Stonehenge. Also, he's about to friggin' open a Chaos Gate, isn't he? That is absolutely going to be a Chaos Gate. Good old NPC stories? Yes, exactly. Like Steve here, Steve the murder fairy is actually a fairy in a human mech suit, who originally had basically a fairy gang pimping fairies out of a church, which is the Celia Church in this game. So that was in Night of Lotus, and then yeah, actually Lance stumbled in as just kind of a random customer that wound up being their battalion leader because they needed somebody to lead them. And yeah, so then Steve just became weirdly overpowered. He was literally just a random fairy. He wasn't supposed to be the main character of this whole thing at all. And yeah, then Lance went off and got his good ending with Eleanor in that game. But yeah, then through some weird time travel shenanigans, Steve and the rest of the fairies got shoved through some time vortex or some bullcrap, wound up in Lucked, where they wound up in a bad timeline, or something. How did they get so strong? Well, you gave us a weird rock that made us shoot fire lizards at people at the very start of the game, so there's that. He's not lying, we're basically friggin' cheating. So no one can squeeze such power from the fruit of the netherworld. Oh, he's talking about the prince. Okay. That totally is a Chaos Gate. Wait, do you have the Brynhilder? That's not the... You got the wrong sword, dude. Wrong one. Yeah, no crap, it's not working. That's the wrong one. It doesn't look like a weird blue Christmas tree on a hilt. Also, that's hilarious. Like, oh, I'm gonna get the super evil thing, and then you just get denied. You'll all be sacrificial lambs. Have you not heard of the Weapon Pre-Igniter? Because I have that. Also, that looks like... Do they each have Ogre Blades? That looks like the frickin' Ogre Blade. What the crap? Get nuked, please. Well, it doesn't matter. That guy's going. Get run over, son. Man. You appear to have lost 2 of your amazing units real quick, like. Also, I love the fact that we got that scroll, which is making his party go up in XP like crazy. Costco Brynhilder. Exactly, just get him in bulk. It just looks like one of those like Minecraft swords that they sell in bulk. Man, them things are expensive. And yeah, the other penders aren't going to be ready to go for a little while, so whatever. Target the leader. It's not like he's going to even need this pendra. Love how we're not even collecting random items in the background anymore because we don't need them anymore. Yeah, goodbye, Mr. Proofless, with your weird name. You sound quite bohemian, I must say. How could you lose to somebody that does 100+ damage per hit? Oh, I wonder. It's like, you'd think somebody would have told him, like, don't fight this guy directly, and especially don't stick yourself in the middle of the party. Doesn't matter, doesn't matter. Like I said, much faster. So yeah, I'm just going to do this strategy going forward. Optionals. Ooh, Adamant's Katana? What? Okay. It sounds like a... Man. That right there sounds like the friggin' trenchcoat fedora a-hole's dream. Like, I got a Wolverine katana right here. Alright. We're sending the troops home. Why? Didn't find anything here? Oh, no. Oh, no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Is that... Prince Guy is about to become the antagonist, isn't he? He's gonna be the friggin' Demon King or whatever of this game. And yeah, gotta love Dio's decision of like, oh yeah, we've been here in like 5 seconds, war's over for almost no time whatsoever, let's send everybody home. Crap. Yep. He's totally about to become the antagonist. See, don't worry. I'll be back. Great, he's gonna become the Terminator. The Demon Terminator! That ain't the right sword either. Okay. Cool. Can't help but notice that, yeah, both the side games seem to have a thing about dropping blood on seals. None of the other ones, they needed some holy sword to open stuff, and all these ones, it's... for some reason you're dropping blood on stuff. Whatever. Now I'm gonna have spill blood on fire stuck in my head all day, and that is a completely okay situation. Oh. Oh boy. Oh boy, why do you get Super Dragoons? I want Super Dragoons. Oh, no, 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 no! They were, no, they were those, what's it? The weird god dudes that show up in the intro to Luft, aren't they? The ones that look like the, like giga-janky, Dragoons and all that. So a special magic key sword or blood? Yep. Exactly. Wait, is this actually the last boss? There's no way. This can't just be the last boss. There's no way. What does that say? Okay, so we get a chance to go do stuff. Let me save over this other save real quick, see if I actually get a chance to revive people. Proceed? No. Well, I guess I don't get a chance to revive, so let's... Alright, let's go ahead and disband a couple groups here. So, first off... Right, Canopus, you're getting disbanded, Vad, you're getting disbanded, and Aisha, you're getting disbanded. So, yeah, I just need replacement fairies for everybody else, because they all freaking died. So, I don't have any altars or whatever. So let's just see who we can replace. You know, a Duke. There we go. You replace this one. Maybe, if this actually is the last fight, then I guess we can consider some of these characters dead by canon. Interesting. Yeah, just go get this one. Just kind of filling in the gaps. Alright, there and there. Right, you need units, Butts needs units. Actually, Butts needs buff fairies the most. There we are. So you get some support fairies. We're going to change their formations in just a little bit here. See, one seems easier to get than the other. Yeah, just a slight bit. I mean, I don't know. You can find a boat lying around in your basement, I guess. It's kind of a wonder what's going on in your basement, but whatever. Okay, so that's all the fairies I got. So everybody else gets replaced with soldier grunts. who are currently kind of in the gigantical worthless pile, so whatever, fill in the gaps, fill in the gaps. It's not like these guys are really going to do much more than just straight up die, but such is life. Alright, so is that everybody done? Okay, that's everybody done. We don't even have enough to deploy a full team, but that's going to be alright. Let's put you back here. There we go, then we have those two guys blocking that way. You need your buff fairies up front. In fact, let's stick 4 of them up front so that they all have a chance to buff him. They seem to like preferring their own rows, so there we go. We'll put it like that. We'll put you here, and then put them like this, so they have a chance to put stuff to sleep. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine enough, I guess. It's not super optimal, but whatever. And then, yeah, we'll replace them like that. Actually, probably like that. We'll put these here, so she has a chance to attack at least once. And okay, this is looking mighty depressing. Let's put you back here, put you here, put you here. I don't know where Vale is, somewhere in the pile of fairies, I'm sure. Anyway, alright, let's go do this sucker then. Unfortunately, I have no option to revive, and yeah, this definitely does feel like a last fight. Though, I can't be right. There's no way it just ends right now. It's way too soon. Plus, it's always something like Hell's Gate or something like that. Like, Gateway to Another World does not sound like an end fight, and I thought there were like 40 scenarios, so no, this can't be the end. Right, so we casually just kind of left the demon invasion. Like, oh gee, hell invasion, that's a problem. Ultimate power is the power of the Netherworld. It's like, hey, wait a second, I'm gonna say something obvious in a second, aren't you? Does that mean the progenitor used the power of the Netherworld to bring peace? I mean, you got all these crazy magic weapons lying around, I don't know why that would be where you draw the line. Calls a relic called the Chaos Gate, which none of the Zenobians have mentioned up to this point, despite the fact that by canon they've discovered like 3? Okay, sure. Like, that's kind of the weird part of these stories. They want to constantly rediscover all of the same stuff. Gotta close the Chaos Gate and not let any more enter, yeah. Even if you gotta destroy the temple, that seems like a very small price to pay. Anyway, though. So now we leave, now we get a proper briefing room. Gotta concentrate, this is not just your fight, or ours. This does feel like a last fight, I'm not gonna lie. They're building it up. Okay, so we're right there now. So we're on the same map. They've already taken back all those towns we had. Let's see, march on the Temple of Birth. This... okay. Seems like a very short march. Appearing from them, but most of them have left the region. Okay. I mean, he said he'll be back, and then he immediately sent, like, a demon army after us, so fantastic. Right, so here's the plan. Use no Pendras. The demons aren't immortal, don't give up. This does feel like a last fight, actually. Wait a minute. Because somebody did tell me there's... I'm sure they were exaggerating, but potentially infinite enemies. Also, I can't help but notice that the demons have very not demon leaders. Also, I love that we start every single fight at exactly 7 AM, because no wars ever happened before then. Or after then. Alright, so it's just a bunch of dudes with demons, is that it? Alright, so we're vastly over-leveled, for one thing. There's a absolute crap ton of them. I almost want to say, you know, we just kind of sit back and let them come to us and just kind of grind levels for a while, actually. Either way, might as well deploy everyone. Wait, he said that they actually are deploying from that gate, so... Tell you what, everybody else sits here and just holds position. Meanwhile, I'm gonna have Steve use his crazy, ridiculous speed to kind of zoom around the map and attack it from the back. Let's see. Uh-oh. Hang on one sec. Alright, and I'm back. So let's see. I feel like the ones where you're under attack from all angles are the ones where your fairies are the worst. Also, hello there, Mr. Vale. So you feel like the Wishmaster when you're speculating on whether or not it's the last level? Do you wish for me to tell you if it is or not? No, I want to be surprised. But yeah, I'm gonna be approaching this, assuming it is. Also, like a frickin' genius, I forgot to actually equip any items on anybody again. So that's cool. Yeah, so that's gonna be fun. So I'm going to put him that way. Oh, you're going to send a legion, huh? Well, geez, don't make it too easy. Yeah, no, that is a buttload of units. I'm going to go ahead and assume that this is the last fight. That is a lot. That is not a small number. That is beyond the character limit, actually. In fact... Oh man, this is gonna be hilarious if I can just sneak him through. Just because he's faster than everybody. Ooh, a dragon shield. Good, I'm totally gonna make use of that too. Yeah, he can actually run faster than the birds can fly. Oh man, please tell me that I can just go here and just Hendra nuke this guy. Also, we got randomly upset over some Cheerios in the background. Oh, this is gonna be hilarious if you can just Pendra nuke this guy with one shot. Please, please, please tell me that's the case. Oh no, wait, it's this guy. What the hell? I thought you died. Wait, the Warriors of Zenobia? Wait, what? Wait, my non-specific hint is that I feel like you should check the cities with Steve for Destin and Gilbert. Though I just don't remember, it's sort of this area where they show up and join or don't. I mean, they're right here. See the weaker plentiful. Strength to lead them, that's all. That is their... Well, dude. Douche. Douche! Also, yeah, not really sure what Destin's plan is here. Like, the Beastmaster was the one guy he brought with him. I still have no idea what happened to Debonair. Like, he was supposed to be watching our back or whatever. Oh, nice. Wait, is that thing the Overblade? They're not going to actually show us the fight, are they? But they're just going to win. Okay, so they're going to win off screen. Fantastic. So that tells me... Okay. Cool. Right, so first off, Weapon Pre-Igniter. Also, Steve is a genius. Like, hey, look, demons, let me put my sword away. Sam will claim the world. This has failed how many times up to this point? Also, you know, instant win button. That thing's ridiculous. Okay, well, I think we just missed out on 2 characters because we just one-shotted the boss, so... Wait, why did the Zenobians only deploy 5 people at a time? Maybe bring a few foot soldiers or something? Literally all that he did, or literally all they do in both the games now is like they sent 5 people to each part. It's weird. They only sent 1 squad, because despite the fact that they needed like at least 8 to 10 to be able to take a single town to win their respective fights, no, you know, that's the one they need to do. So yeah, apparently we accidentally missed out on the Zenobians. My kid's yelling no in the background. Yeah, I know, I messed it up because I skipped the entire fight. Oops. Oh. Okay, well they kind of sort of won. I mean, I guess they live anyway. Man, how are you holding that sword? That is weird. Wait, infest? Gilbert died. Oh well. How's that infest? The Knights of Lotus. Oh man, that'd make a great spin-off with a fantastic system. Wait a minute, that's gonna be the end of the act, isn't it? Chapter 4. Totally wasn't the end. Kind of missed out on the main characters, but whatever. A month after the... Why does everybody wait so long? Like, I realize this is coming from a place where we literally spent like 70 years doing nothing, but still, why is everybody waiting so long? Also, why is everybody getting all creepy on this cleric? Alright, Archbishop is back. Wait, is this actually the end of the story? The residents of Capturing were thrown into chaos by the appearance of the denizens? Okay. But the storm gradually subsided with the return of the dude to the church. Neat. See, 5 is pretty generous. When you ask Spartans to help you, they repel an invasion, they send 1 guy. Fair enough, fair enough. Church decided to cease assisting Latium and promised their cooperation. Cool. Led by the Sentinels, they concentrated on the surveillance and defense of the temple. They didn't actually explain how we destroyed the temple, did we? And the search of the denizens... well, I mean, I guess we kind of just let them do whatever. And you are... who, exactly? Right. You gone dead. Revolutionary Army recognized the threat posed by the denizens. Did they seriously get that many out there? I mean, they had like an hour. Team warned Latium in conjunction with a proposal of succession from... Yeah, you know what? I feel like maybe the whole demonic invasion thing might be a good reason to split ways with somebody. Though, that being said, I've seen a lot of people lately supporting some really, really stupid decisions that they obviously don't actually support, so... maybe it's not so unrealistic that they wouldn't. Whatever. Final chapter. Nice. Let's see. The possible, the attainable, the hopeful, the Butor? Not the Butor, unfortunately. Rip's Spear Dragon Valkyrie? Yeah. She tried, but she was at least unique! She was unique! See, without the ultimate power, our plan is as good as... Hey, it's Tammuz, except he's the other Tammuz. If Valeria finds out the secret of the ultimate power, they will gain even more power. Wait a minute. So, Luck already happened by this point. Huh, okay. See, the Western Ruins are our only hope. Okay, so what? Hang on, Zeta. It's not appeared since that guy. Yeah, she's just basically a weird shadow witch. That seems like maybe a bad idea. This guy seems like an evil version of, God, what's his face? Stannis. See, we're on the risk of betraying us. There's nothing else we can do. Chaos Gate has been destroyed. We have another source of information. Great. So, y'all are screwed. Why don't you just leave? Yeah, definitely not the same Tammuz. Let's see, the Orange King of Platinum suggested building a wall around the temple, but the demons had termites. It's the Trump Martha Black Queen joke for the morning. No, that works. That works. Yeah, forget the termites. No, like, odds are, not to bring politics into it, but odds are his solution to that whole thing would just be to go build a wall around, what's it, why am I suddenly forgetting what they're called? He would just basically go build a wall around the Belmalkins. It's like, there we go, I solved the demon invasion. It's like, no, sir, there's an actual demon invasion. Stop trying to block off brown people. What's your problem? Like, no, but I got a racist super hard. Also, demons taking over government, apparently. Huh. Alrighty then. Y'all got betrayed, I think. Neat. Yeah, those termites are amazing. Yeah, speaking of, so, Rakes, what are the odds of One Vision getting termites as the ultimate ability? You just basically break everyone's armor in the entire map. Alright, so Baldwin's got all of his elemental weapon dudes. Oh, he going dead too. Nice. Oh! How about that? Like, dude, I'm way too high level for this crap. Alright, and Amrius took over. Interesting. Dude, nice! Oh, come on, please block this. Oh, they're zombies, aren't they? Nice. Interesting. So yeah, this is kind of like the Lux turnaround, except I have to say, so far, interesting. Yeah, so they're all friggin' demons and crap. Wait, the people who betrayed everybody, like, no, they got succumbed to darkness. Interesting. So, oh man, so is this guy going to be on our team now? Because we're on the same side all of a sudden. Man, that's pretty awesome. Alright, I'm liking this. I'm definitely liking this. Also, yeah, for folks that were possessed and demonic and crap, they were really, really willing to hold off on attacking. Especially considering they apparently can't die. We already have explosives, it's called thermite. True, true. Oh! Is that the... I wonder if that's the joke! Is that actually the joke as to what... No, it can't be. Wait. It just said they joined us. It's like, they joined us, but then they didn't. It feels like each of these cutscenes are like, here's a thing that happened, and then the following cutscene, like, that thing did not happen. See, it's impossible for us to participate in the revolution. Since everybody here is deeply religious, they are disturbed by the denizens. What revolution? Who gives a crap about that anymore? We already won. I mean, like, we basically won the thing. Got Lotus out of there. So, who cares? Yeah. Also, they said that they don't have to worry about them being their enemy. They already said the church has, like, the least number of people. So we still haven't received a response on the peace accord. Tempers are flaring between Zjevik, Southern Tigers. Ooh, did they become the Tigers of Burnham in luck by chance? And the Central Division near the border, but no major incidents yet. Okay. Ooh, Steve got upgraded. He's like... I don't know, he's basically anime protagonist status now. Do you have any info on the Radiant Cross? Oh, he's going to be able to use that super stuff now, isn't he? Okay, Central Division is now under their command. Other than that, everything remains the same. Lotus is busy trying to squash the Balmalkin uprising. Yeah. So you feel like Baldwin thinks he's Alec, but he's really Steven? Harsh. Harsh. See, that Lotus will be able to send reinforcements. Very unfortunate, or very fortunate, rather. Appears there's no intention of accepting the peace proposal. Perfect opportunity. Alright. Right, so everyone's siding with us. Great. You main force, flag bearers. The outcome and the fate of the kingdom is in your hands. Are you willing to take responsibility? Yeah, we'll just go stab everything. So, like, honestly, I don't know. My look has changed pretty radically since the last chapter. I don't know what to tell you. Like, it feels like I was drawn by a completely different artist, but okay. That'll work. It's like, I have developed the smolder. Anyway, let's see, this is fine, as long as you remain true to your feelings, which are currently just stab, 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 so that'll work out great. Drive the radiant cross back to the march, blah, de blah, de blah, General Gallant, yeah, that is your friggin' fantasy guy right there. General Gallant, feels like he needs to be on a princess, or prince catalog for Disney. Alright. I'm assuming like last time everybody got unequipped, so let's see what your new standard is. Yeah, everyone got unequipped again. So, first off, let's see, Adamant Katana, that does 65. So yeah, it technically hits harder, but yeah, Noisha's Promise pretty good. I really like the Evil Blade on him, to be honest, because it just completely shuts down whoever it hits, so pretty darn nifty. Ooh, nice, he's a general now. Although, yeah, if I give him Dodora's song and stuff, that'd be pretty awesome. You know, I think I'm going to do that. So go take that stuff from Dio, he can have the Evil Sword. Actually, no. No. Can Butts use the... Okay, I don't know if I can change his weapons. Okay, no, he can only use the one super weapon. Fine, fine, fine. I'm the Fearless, that's fine. Can you use helmets yet? No, his equipment options are weirdly limited. Let's go back to Dio. Yeah, give you Evil Sword. Give you some different armor. There we go. Oh man, what is she doing over there? Alright, give you this thing, give you this thing. I love how they give him Sonic Blast as if it's somehow anything worthwhile. And yeah, do I have anyone else that even uses swords? Did you get an upgrade? Oh, right, you get... Right. Get the friggin' Zephyros. Because that puts you back to Thunder Flare. We can give you that Electric Shield back for the hell of it. Give you Whale Nail. Somehow that causes her Thunder Flare to suck. Oh, because it's Balder, right. Okay. So that's that then. And we can go ahead and move right along. Feel like... Yeah, let's give him some items. Give you items. Alright, first things first, heal packs. All the heal packs, or at least one of the heal packs. That'll do just fine and nifty-like. You are going to go ahead and be the proud new owner of a Quick Gate, as well as lots of heal packs yourself. As well as, I guess, a... something or other. Power Fruit? Sure. Just keep old man dude guy going. You get the rest of these heal packs. I'm actually going to hold off on doing the whole revival thing. I'm going to go do that off screen and see about doing a bit more fighting and all that kind of thing. Okay, exit the screen. And now that we have... Let's see how good Steve is now. Let's see, I think Dragoons can use the big 2H Swordmaster Blades, but you may not have anything lying around. If you get an Ogre Blade, see if you can use it. Okay. Alright, let's see how good he is now. Man, that is some fancy armor you got going on. Let's see. Where did the Charge Horn come from? I don't think I've seen that one. Was it the 60th birthday? I think it was like the 80th or something. I mean, he's 100 now, so it's kind of ridiculous. But, yeah, no, he's... yeah, that's alright. That's okay damage. He's not doing as much as Dio, but whatever. I'm just gonna dump a ton of cash into over-leveling him specifically, because he can move like a dang crazy person right now. Yeah, basic fights, instant levels. I'm just gonna, you know what, screw it, I think I can afford max level on him right now. And we're actually about to reach his technical 100th birthday right now. Alright, there we go, skip through all this. Yeah, let's see, I just do birthdays for the Super Dollmaster doll, so my Golem unit doesn't suck. Yeah, I don't know. I tried using an enchanter for a little bit, and granted, I built him completely wrong because I had no idea what the class actually did, but, yeah, with some golems at their back, I can see them being pretty darn good. But truth be told, if I had two golems, I would just put them right next to each other and then give them, like, a priest or something. Like, it just feels like the more logical choice, in my opinion. But whatever, that's neither here nor there. Wait, why is he pelvic thrusting? Who's pelvic thrusting? I must see this. I must see these pelvic thrusts. Oh yeah, no, he totally is pelvic thrusting. You're not even kidding. It's way more notable. Like, he's using the same animation he always did, but it, like, due to the fact that he's got different stuff on his legs now, it totally looks like he's just like, ooh, ooh. He realizes how overpowered he is. Yeah, he's just got his friggin' laser sword. Beautiful. Level ups all over the place. Let's see. Well, I really use Troy with a hollowed shield and 2 stone golems, usually to kill cockatrices. Very true. Anything that makes cockatrices go away is worthwhile. Yeah, I think I actually can get him to max level. And that's exactly what I'm going to try to do. What do you think, 18 grand enough for that? Like, realistically, I should be putting the rest of the team in here so all the leaders are overpowered, but I really just want him and a bunch of really overpowered fairies. Maybe I should go revive one of them so that I can actually have his full team. I think I'll do that. In fact, I don't even have to go into a map. I have an Altar of Resurrection for that, which I should be responsible and use for something better, but screw that. Screw that. Like I said, right now it's just kind of a run to the finish, to be completely honest. Because I feel we've kind of maxed out what we can realistically do. Having little information on the actual rest of the game and all that. Yeah, so he's at 39. Still looks like he's been drawn by a completely different person. Let's go ahead and add character. Who do we want here? Actually, Steve needs his axe. There we go. Where's Steve's axe? Throw you back here, give you a little bit of a gremlin. I want some of these other ones. I mean, I kind of want to cross back in there, actually. Yeah, I know what, crossback. Because I want him to be lawful, but ridiculously chaotic. Alright, item commands, use item. Crystal of Precision, screw it, use it on him. As if he needs dex for anything. Alright, Altar of Resurrection, waste it on this crossback back here. As you do. See, what I like about the pacing of OB64 is you're still seeing units, new units like satyrs, and there are a few units, monsters, boss types that you haven't seen yet starting the last chapter. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. I always like when they save stuff till later. I mean, I guess it depends how, how the new units work. Like, for example, one of my issues with Lucht is the fact that they technically saved a bunch of stuff till the very end, but 9 times out of 10 it was like, look, we changed this chicken to a different color, or we just basically gave this octopus maximum defense, but he's exactly the same otherwise. Like, it was just a bunch of stuff like that. Especially in the DLC stuff. Like, man, that mess got weird. Oh, also there, 298, new max hit. Yeah, I'm not worried about getting this guy all the way to max level, because I now know that he's got the... Well, he's probably got the best class that he can get. I'm assuming that's his 3rd and final form. Also, stepping away for just a sec during this fight. Alright, and I'm back. See, Octopus Maximum Defense was the worst Octopus movie sequel? I don't know, he became a detective in that one. Like, he was a detective that, like, I guess he... Actually, that joke doesn't work. I was gonna say he technically got furloughed during the shutdown, and so they made him go work for the TSA, but then again, the TSA is also shut down. So maybe he was just so good at defending that he just, like, basically worked without pay. Just like, he just loved defending that much. Man, you know, that actually wouldn't be too terrible of a movie now that I think about it. Somebody should make it. Actually, they probably already did. It's probably the sequel to, like, Snakes on a Train or something like that. And yes, there is absolutely snakes on the train, and sharks on a plane, and all kinds of weird crap. They have a surprisingly big library, actually. Ah. Yeah, man, it's weird. Friggin', I don't really know what's gonna happen, like, governmentally speaking right now, because we literally are in a position where, like, cops aren't getting paid. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen with all that. I'm kind of hoping we don't actually break out into anarchy, because, like, apparently a huge chunk of the TSA already stopped coming into work, so that's airports. I guess technically, you know, you can actually finally, you know, fly without getting too much hassle, but that's already airports more or less undefended. They've, like, most defense groups in the U.S. now, like, you know, police, like, most of the local stuff is doing sort of okay. But yeah, a lot of the police stuff and a lot of the National Guard stuff and whatever else are kind of broke right now. So that's not great. But yeah, so could definitely be better. Let's see, I remember Octopus 1 was the satellite photos where the side of a van presumably taken before the satellite crashed into Earth. Yeah, I mean, kind of about, it was somewhere around Octopus 14 that they finally explained that. You see, it was some kind of weird netherworld invasion, and the octopus was the only thing that could possibly stop it. But unfortunately, they were exclusively going in through plastic bottles. So, you know, due to the fact that plastic bottles were suddenly opening, you know, a gateway to the other world, that's kind of why around Octopus 8 they felt the need to make him go work for the TSA. You know, just kind of work in his profession and all that kind of thing. It worked okay. It worked okay, but unfortunately people got really pissed that they paid for their Gatorade and they couldn't actually bring it along. So, yeah, once the satellite crashed, you know, it kind of came full circle. Everyone finally believed him, because for about episodes 9 through 13, you know, there was this whole thing where they were like, is he the good guy, is he the bad guy? Like, he had that whole scene where he was fist fighting the Terminator. You know, you had to keep the story going. So, it was good stuff. I mean, like, presumably whenever 15 comes out, they're gonna probably do a hard reboot of the series. They want to redo some of the earlier ones, you know, when they were actually using cardboard for special effects. Let's see, you laugh, but time-traveling alien electric eels from the future come to stop global warming as the actual plot of Deep Shock. Are you serious? That's pretty awesome. I gotta look that up now. That's amazing. Is that the sequel to Deep Blue Sea? Man. So it's weird to me that, like, all the Riddick movies somehow came out of Pitch Black. Like, Pitch Black scared the hell out of me as a kid. Like, specifically that one scene at the very end where it seems like everybody made it out, and then you just see, like, little droplets come out, and then, like, the main love interest lady gets carried away by what are basically evil gargoyles. And it's like, honestly, that movie, it's weird that it goes from horror movie to just, like, action movie. Like, I don't know, it's weird. Then again, I guess Predator could be seen the same way, though first Predator was kind of sort of also... It was like a parody, but a very effective parody that managed to become a horror movie in the process. I saw this really, really excellent breakdown a while ago over, like, exactly what made Predator so good. And it was simply because, yeah, they took, like, all the action tropes of the time, and they started off as an action movie, and then just suddenly, like, hard cut to this guy just wiping the floor with them. It's like, yeah, here's these invincible super beefs that are getting completely owned, you know? It's like, man, that's good. That's good. Somebody really, really did a good job on this one. But, yeah. So, it's cool stuff. Let's see, sadly, no, it's a Philip J. Roth movie, the giant snake guy, not the literary giant. Oh! Hang on. Wait, like the guy that made, what's it? The guy that made Anaconda? It's weird that, like, I have very little time to watch movies, but I just have a weird amount of bizarre, random trivia knowledge about movies. I just like reading about them in my spare time, okay? Like, the sheer randomness of crap that I do in my spare time is, shall we say, unusual. Like, I'll just be reading about stuff, like, just series I've never even had an interest in. Just like, I'm just gonna go take a deep dive into their lore for some reason. Just, why not? I want to learn everything about it. But yeah. Let's see, I made Anaconda 3 and 4, but not the first two. Well, I guess somebody just snaked their way out of that job then, huh? You know, I'll just show myself out. But you know what I really do like about Steve's redesign for Chapter 4 here? He actually looks like he's wearing his mech suit again. Like, if somebody took this character and gave them blonde hair, that would basically be their, that'd basically be the mech suit that he wound up with and looked. Like the weird golden angel type situation that Riggs put together for him. Man, that mess was awesome. Let's see, also Boa, Python, Boa versus Python, Python, Anaconda, Anaconda versus Lake Placid. What the hell? How many did he make? How far do you carry that premise? Huh. That's really something else, I gotta say. Also, it occurs to me I probably should have given the stone sword to Mr. Steve this whole time, but whatever, this'll do. Anyway, he's at 44, already 310 on strength. It's time to get him his last 6 levels and then proceed to curb stomp some fights. Because yeah, I literally just want to deploy everyone else on defense and then just have, like, just Steve. He's gonna solo this crowd. Like, nobody else, if everyone's gonna keep dying around him, he's soloing it. These guys are getting overpowered. This is gonna be the A-team. I literally just picked some randos because the rest are on defense. I think, actually, Vale, I think your fairy is currently on Rick's team, as serving as one of his attacking folks. So, I think you're hanging out with him at the moment. But yeah, I just picked some randos here. Like, I know I had Mosquito back in a butts, I want to say, because I wanted one of the over-leveled fairies serving as his guard. Alright, a few more fights. How hard is his Chaos Frame gonna drop the second we go into a fight? Because, like, he's got all fairies, so he's got 80%, like, leaning towards good. Actually, his character might be neutral, so he might be 60% leaning towards good, but then he's also going to be dropping, like, 20 alignment per fight because of the massive level difference. So there's also that to consider. Who knows? Like, I mean... Oh, whew. I'm sorry, Mr. Puppy. You, care to lay off the beans there, bud? You appear to be, farting out some war crimes over here. Whew, good lord, that is stanky. God, what did my fairy ever do to you that you put him in Rick's team? Well, turns out that he's pretty awesome, so, yeah. They decided that they wanted to be awesome. He asked for... You know, he was asking for a bit of a more active role, because quite frankly, everybody that was sitting behind Steve here was kind of just getting shown up by his absurd damage, so, yeah, you know. So we've got 5 levels to max, if this is anything like the other games. Actually, yeah, let's see. No, that's Charlotte that's over here. That's Leos that's backing him up. Are you... I think it might be... No, that's none of those guys there. Clarice, Rapari... I want Rapari on my team now that I think about it. Yeah, Nuke Chicken and Luca are with a Dio. Actually, no, you're hanging out with Barbara. So you're hanging out with the Ace Archer. So there we go. Alright. Another quick training fight, because... Actually, you know what? Let's go for one of the more expensive training fights. We can afford it now. We can afford this mess. Oh, what in the actual crap? Hang on one sec. Let's see. Rick's awesome until the enemy offers him $2.50 and a Chick-fil-A gift card. Then he jumps sides. Hashtag Nards of the Black Queen. Well, I mean, kind of, sort of, but if you think about it, I mean, that Chick-fil-A lasted them a good while. While they were listening to the entirety of the Pat Benatar catalog. And then on top of that, I mean, like, they got some good music out of it. Also, they managed to skip the line at Chick-fil-A, which is, like, I don't know if this is the case everywhere else, but for some reason the Chick-fil-A's in Michigan are, like, people seem to view that place as dang god tier or something, because, like, they, every single dang time, we'll just say as a joke, like, oh yeah, there's nothing else around. Oh, 348, no max damage. You know, like, as a joke, we'll be like, hey, let's go to Chick-fil-A for some reason. Not like we really want to go there. Like, it's overpriced and whatever else, but, you know, why not? So we'll go look at it. And, yeah. Kind of weird story as far as that goes, because they are completely full every single time. They're overpriced, very relatively basic chicken, and no idea. No friggin' idea, because literally every time they're just there. Like, there's nothing about them that's super special. They're completely full up. There's usually way better places around. You know, it's weird. It's just plain weird. Also, there we go. You get to be part of the A-team. There you go, Mr. Vale. There we go. Part of the Steve cheer squad over here, giving him bizarre magic powers. Alright, training. Oh, that's actually all the training we can afford. Okay. Whoops. But yeah. Actually, no, kind of thinking a gift card wouldn't help him skip the line at all, would it? Well, crap. Any dang ways, though. Yeah, they're, I don't know. We had Chick-fil-A back in Florida, and, like, they were okay. Honestly, I really don't see them as being better than pretty much anything else, to be totally honest. Actually, if we were to compare garbage fast food, I would say... You know, honestly, the stuff coming out of KFC is probably the best. It's like, granted, it's still about as good for you as taking a brick to the gonads, but still, like, at least it's chicken. At least it's okay. I mean, it's not like it's any better from Chick-fil-A, it's just more overpriced and weirdly watered down. I don't know how you make watered down chicken, but the stuff tastes like it was just sort of boiled and then left in kind of like lukewarm water for a couple years. So there's that. See, I like that you live in a world where you think there's a VIP line for Chick-fil-A and that it's a card. It could be. Could be, but no, the Chick-fil-A's in Michigan are bizarrely overstocked. Or rather, bizarrely overvalued. So you never know. Anyway, let's go to the Ghouls Hills. Are we gonna find all the ghouls here? Okay, the March to Latium. Fair enough. Alrighty. This is the current situation, keep it in mind. Man, they did not want to write new lines for you half the time. Oh, it's got bridges! It's gonna go and get busy with a bridge while we're off fighting. Our headquarters for this operation will be Gunza Hall. Wait, didn't we do this? Our objective is Castle Eschel, a day west of Gunza Hall. Purpose is to take the castle? No crap, you can tell by the giant glowing icon. And then, let's see, concentrated between there and that other place. Be careful. Okay, so... nothing fancy about this one. Nifty. So, cool. Lotus said the word to blame for the appearance of demons. We all know it's propaganda, but the Brigade of the Radiant Cross believes it. Oh boy. So... great. So they believe it even though they're the ones spreading it. No crap, no crap. Ooh. Have we had this theme in this game yet? Huh. It's friggin' Limitation. Awesome. Your castle's gonna be mine in like 5 seconds. Freaking love this theme. See, like, you know that you got it right the first time when you can remake the exact same themes all through the entire game, or through the entire series, and they're still good in every iteration, and they all stand up on their own. Like, literally, I've made entire playlists of just every one of the different themes and the different versions of them. It's great. It's good crap. Alright, you just go ahead and sit and defend. Everybody else just sit and defend. Yeah, if we had deployment costs, I probably wouldn't even deploy everyone. Alright, now let's just sit back and watch the winning happen. Wait, use the M word? Wait, what M word? There's an M word? What's the M word? Right, they're all chasing Rick, although this is hilariously incompetent on their part, I must say. Yeah, we're already halfway to their castle. What are they doing? They're like, check out our sweet formations. We're gonna go off in all directions now. Alright. Whatever, I'm not too concerned about that. See, the exact same theme throughout the entire series is basically the Godzilla music industry. Also true. Oh wow, they're actually healing 10 now. You know what, we're not gonna need this later. Just nuke them. Wow, 270! Oh, man. You guys have no chance. This is cathartic, I love it. Wow, somebody's actually getting experience out of these fights. Hang on, what is the friggin' M word? I must know what the M word is. Magic? Mango? Mephistopheles? I don't know. It's a word, apparently. Yeah, I'm only doing this just because I don't feel like giving him healing items again. As he just goes around two-shotting everybody, because it's just what he does. Also, apparently the gremlin does like 50 now. Great, so, okay. So it's relatively possible to become overpowered. Let's see, Hugo's M word is Mo Bridges. Oh man. So what, the safe word is draw? Oh, hello there. If you're from Ohio. Oh, Michigan? Yeah. There are taboos about the states up north. Wait, using Noish on Magnus? Yes I am, just because the thing said it gave him a defensive bonus, which he kind of needed last time. Because he almost died, and I figure his damage is so absurdly high at this point that I figured why not. Pew 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 pew. Man, I'm loving this. They're just crushing everybody. Like, honestly, I should be using the evil sword with him. Because, like, the armor is amazing. The evil sword is amazing. But right now I'm just using that combo because it said it gives him some combination bonus or some crap. So, that's kind of the deal. But yeah, not too surprised about there being taboos about northern states and all that kind of thing. Thunder Flare, come on, thunder it. Do it! Nice. She actually does a pretty good amount of damage with that. In fact, screw it, let's just use the last Pendra. Get the squad out of here. Perfect. But yeah, so odds are I'm probably gonna end up switching him back to the Evil Blade, because that thing's just too good. Plus we've got the friggin' Weave Wet Dream Sword as well. The Unbreakable Turner. So funny note, them things. It's actually funny that they have a tendency to get so busted up and then they can just like hammer them back into shape. But it's weird that was a selling point for a while, as I understand it. So they're like, look, they won't break. They're so good. Like, but that thing looks like it just got beaten to hell and back and went through a friggin' wash machine. Like, whatever, it didn't break though. It's like, or we can make this thing over here that won't break. But our thing also didn't break. Let's see, you probably should. Noish's physical and enemy strike resistance can be pretty high. Fair enough. Well, then I'll switch him over to the evilness, though. Yeah, he's doing like 100 plus on a regular basis. So I'm not terribly worried about that. So basically what I've been told about for the last ending is that it's, like, the implication that I was given from the couple people that mentioned it is that it's some, like, you gotta defeat an infinite amount and get to the capital while holding off an infinite tide, more or less. Which that last map, given what they implied, that seems reasonable to assume. So, like, if that's the case, honestly, I'm not even that worried because this is actually why I overpowered Steve so much. Because I would think with how much damage. Oh, yes, we just came to hang out with Soup Witch. So I figure with how much damage he can now potentially do, it might be the way to go. And if we get some holy dealy down the road, that might be something to go for. Alright. King is only Lotus's puppet, what a place to live. Maybe you guys are better. Hey, maybe we are on the good Chaos Frame route. Who knows? I have no idea what our Chaos Frame is right now, because we don't have the meter. I actually kind of like that. Actually, I'm liking a lot about the pacing of this game so far. Because, yeah, like, you have all of your typical, like, side questy type stuff that suddenly opened up in Chapter 3 as opposed to Chapter 4, which feels really nice, I have to say. Like, it was nice to be able to do all that side questing stuff in the mid-game instead of the actual late game. Like, I know why they do it that way from a design perspective, because obviously they want to, they want to be able to have everything just kind of in its end state, as it were, but still. Yeah, no, his damage is redonky nuts. See, the downside to having Mecha Steve raise the enemy fort is that you miss on all the drops from clearing out all the enemy units. True, but they keep just dropping elemental stuff, which we have. So we're kind of okay on that. Right. Pendra's not going to have any Pendras. But he is going to be able to carve through some leaders. Also, hang on, step away for just a sec. Alright, and I'm back, and yeah, it seems like we were joking about the Costco Brynhilder before. It seems like they got the Sam's Club Ogre Blade on friggin' everybody. Rugale the Martyr, yeah, you're about to become one. And, okay, this guy is playing his role super hard. I know, but you guys are the evils. It's like, no, but I'm not the evils. I can't be the evils, so then nobody can be the evils. As you can tell, that's why he has what is basically a freaking demon sword. It's standard everyday good guy stuff. I say as we have a guy that's basically a robotic, psychotic, mass-murdering robo-fairy with weird omni-dimensional powers, but whatever. That's fine, that's fine. I mean, we're not exactly the good guys, I'll tell you that much, although the boss is doing 2 damage, so that's hilarious. Sweet winning you did there. Let's see, the downside? Oh yeah. Makes do healing magics combine, and when they do they remove debuffs? That'd be cool if they could. Ogre battle is unavoidable. Well, okay, good. So get more of those so we can get more of these games made, please. And Kiddo says hi again. And be right back again. Alright, and I'm back. So let's see, they do combine, but don't know if they remove status effects. That'd be a cool feature for the mod if they could. See, surprise ending, Queen is the final boss squad. That'd be really cool. See, Rearguard will take care of the rest. Well, they've got a lot to deal with because we're just pushing through. Like, oh, I just wanted to talk to you in an alleyway, you know. Appears we have a spy. Ah, it's gonna be Asnabel. Time to go take him out back and treat him like old Yeller. See, Distance Party was ambushed while advancing to the central border. Have to suspect there's a spy. See, left the battlefront, returned to HQ, and we lost contact with Zedek's team. Huh. Well. Yeah, yeah, maybe should have brought that up instead of like, hey, let's go ahead and wait forever. Anyway, let's go ahead and save this. Didn't even lose anyone in that last one, so good enough. Moving on. Let's see. When we had the petrification problem, I kept feeling they might, and if so, it might be a way to use neutral encounters to clear petrified units. It would really, really be nice. Because, yeah, that was... like, I know that they were considering, or at least somehow changing the petrification thing for cockatrices, because that mess is OP as hell. Okay, it's been secured. Wait, I thought the church wasn't helping us. Whatever, we got a new road anyway. So, did we find out anything? I have no idea what happened to them. I have to expect the worst. Great. Well, preparations are ready. You literally have like 4 dudes that you gotta take with you. Oh, and they actually got a different thing this time. Okay, so... no beanies or dealing, nifty. Head to the fort. Gotta liberate the thingy. Why do we gotta liberate the outside areas? I expect the battle to be huge. Units are spread throughout the area. Seems there's no way for us to avoid them. Eh, you're funny. It's called We Send Steve in to curb stomp everything like an absolute psycho. Alright, done deal. Done deal. It's not our intention to slaughter anybody, that's why we're gonna do exactly that. I mean, we might be on the good guy route. He's definitely talking like we are. So, yeah. I'm gonna try sparing dudes and seeing if that's what affects Chaos Frame in this game. Because I really don't know. I legit don't know what exactly it is that's doing all that. Although I am liking the fact that limitations is our battle theme now. Like, okay. So dispatch Deborah, just dispatch everyone. Why is there no dispatch all option? Actually, I was asking Nate to do that for Himeko's Tori, but unfortunately it's impossible mechanically speaking. But it's just, I feel like it's a feature that needs to be in every SRPG ever. It's just like, send everybody, just, that's it. Alright, and then deploy Rick. And then send Steve. And then just send him to the stronghold, and that should be that. Now we'll see how well this goes. I will be stepping away for just a sec to go double check on one of the kids real quick. Oh, let's see, pretty sure it's only capture versus liberate changes your chaos frame. I murder everyone possible with my 100 chaos frame run-throughs. Well, that's a weird one. I wonder why they do it that way. Anyway, so this fight's probably going to go ahead and win itself. So I'm going to be right back. Alright, I'm back. So I see winning continues, as it should be. As it friggin' should be, as he's casually throwing out multiple hundreds of damage, you know. Typical Steve stuff. Actually, I want to go ahead and swap out one of those fairies to see what kind of damage they do now. Alright, Crown of Intellect, cool. Alright. Let's go change your formation around a little bit. Yeah, Mosquito, that's the one that used to do all the friggin' damage. By all the damage, I mean they did like 20, and it was impressive way back when. Alright, so how's this gonna go? Awesome. He's gonna go two-shot the, what I assume to be highest defense unit in the game. So that's fantastic. Let's see, how much is Mosquito doing now? Yeah, 40s, so we're doing okay. We'll just probably sit and recover in the town real quick, as you do. Just take a quick little camp, see what the town thinks of us. They're probably like, man, we just saw you carve like 3 people in half. You're clearly the good guys. So there's that. Meanwhile, Butts hasn't even reached the first town yet. I'm not really sure what they were thinking, putting so many ridiculously overpowered items in such an easily accessible area, but that's pretty awesome. I love it. Even this crazy unique class that's gotten all these stuff and all... Oh, he just got 4 power-ups. Oh, wow. Yeah, he's as good as Steve now. Man, that's awesome. See, this is why his party's built that way. Let's see. Krizik Z seems to think healing spells are combining to cure status ailments. If you do a run that allows 2 healers in a group, feel free to verify. And if it works on petrification, I can do that. Actually, I was planning a run of this in the future. Again, I'm trying not to start any more runs until I finish the ones I'm doing now, but... So you're with the Revolution, you should watch out. I saw one of your men talking with the Elite Team Army earlier. Can you describe him? Does he by chance look like a weird, angry old man with a beard, and he's probably all depressed and everything? See, it occurs to me, even though I know that Aznabel is technically a bad guy and all that kind of thing now, it occurs to me that, yeah, I would probably still want to get him on a run, and maybe just, like, let him get killed off or something, because that helmet, like, the Helm of the Fearless is amazing, so... Yeah. Oh, you know, casually one-shotting griffins. As you do. What's funny is that this is like any basic archer in Lucht right now. But whatever. Let's see, and if it works on petrification, it could just be sleep and paralyze. Okay, yeah, I could see it doing only minor debuffs. That would make sense. Because, yeah, I would assume, like, the awaken function for those, I assume that's probably the same. I assume those would be the same. Like, clearing petrification, you don't shake out of that. But that's actually very testable, so... Test that out in the future. By the way, yes, there is a little bit of crying going on in the background. It's currently because they are talking about Cheerios... And apparently they are having a disagreement over the trade price of Cheerios, as you do. Let me double check to make sure that situation's all good, but yeah, it probably should be. Alright, and I'm back. So, hang on, I got a request here. Let's see, if you can get the unit guarding morale before you finish the level, can you see what they drop? I'm looking to confirm the Celestial Veil. Should be a Swordmaster with 4 Fencers. Okay. You can see where morale is. Gonna make a quick pit stop there. Whoa. That's a weird team. Okay. He's losing his fairies, but whatever. They're not doing much. And he still technically won. Okay. So, let's go ahead. Where's morale? Morale is over there. Okay. That's a quick little hop, skip, and jump away. So let's go ahead and send... probably Dio. So I can send Dio up here. Butts is going to just defend that first town. Yeah, at this point it seems like the game is actually trying to get serious. I mean, it's trying to, with friggin' near max level character with a bunch of stuff he shouldn't have. I'm pretty sure he's going to be alright. Actually, one of the things that I really appreciate about Knight of Lotus, and what seems to be this one as well, actually March of the Black Queen as well, just literally anything other than PSP Lux, is the fact that they held back and they basically said, okay, look, if somebody wants to overlevel, like, we'll make the game difficult. But if somebody overlevels, like, they can absolutely crush stuff in a completely cathartic manner. And, yeah, like, it's... honestly, I really appreciate that they have that in there. Also, it looks like everybody's retreating back to that town, so... let's go ahead and pause it real quick. Let's go send Steve down there before they get a chance to arrive. Because, you know, despite the fact that he's got more than twice the distance to cover, he'll probably get there first. Because he's frickin' Superman! Look at his ridiculousness. He's like, man, you chumps are slow as hell. He's gonna intercept them both before they even have a chance. Ah, good stuff. Good stuff. Alright. Ain't nobody got time for this. Skip Hendred. Goodbye. He'll take care of most of them. He'll take care of the rest. And then we can go take the capital, and then we can move on, and I think maybe even get one more fight in here. And we're starting to drop alignment like crazy. Fantastic. Maybe we can be an absolutely chaotic character on the good reputation route. So, Dowsing Rod. Should probably use one of those. So I think I've got 4 of them now. Alright, this poor bastard who looks a lot like Gilbert, because they didn't really bother to get too fancy with him. Actually, it's kind of funny. It's like all the other characters have all their unique looks and stuff going on, then Gilbert's just like, nah, I'm just a standard Beastmaster. Hard not to make broom noises when Steve walks. This is true. Okay, we found the Tuelno. It's not the Truenos anymore. I guess the Tuelno is like his diet brother or something. Just over there, like, flying across the screen. Not 4 fencers, but whatever. And I want to go ahead and have this be a single round elimination, so nuke away. Go ahead and slash. Got kissed death. Okay, so he's not going to have enough attacks for a full elimination, so... we might have to chase them down real quick. It's because we got to chase down that one guy. One friggin' ninja that survived with his basic claws. See, they immediately give you an item hidden on a stage. They save searching, walking, and using a guide if you think there's something useful. Oh, I thought those ones actually just showed where it was. Actually, that's the only reason I haven't used them yet. Because I thought they just showed you where stuff was. Because in March of the Black Queen, they did that exact same thing, and on this one they say, oh, it points to the location of where stuff's hidden, so I just didn't bother. Okay. Misty Coat. Let's go use a couple of them. Why not? I feel like we should probably use these on some of the scarier maps, but whatever. Man, that's nauseating, I'm not gonna lie. Cloak of Oath. Man, actually, we're gonna use more of those. Apparently lots of fancy robes. No, we're gonna save that. We're gonna save it for now. And in fact, we're gonna go ahead and use one of those things, because I don't think Steve's moving fast enough. Unfortunately, it doesn't slow down the music, which would be amazing. Hello there, Swordmaster. Guess what? You gone dead. 70% sure they give you the item? Okay, well, it looks like they do. I'm at least 110% sure right now. Alright, I was gonna do that. Out of curiosity, all kinds of weird snorts and globbing sounds coming through. Yeah, Celestial Veil, what does that do? Feels like an Angel Knight item. Is it an armor? A Cloak of Oath. Those who live as a saint, so that's not going to be Rick. So Mystic Coat, Feather Suit. Later became the Falcon Feather Coat. Anyway, Ring of the Dead. That sucks that he can't use the Ring of Eloquence. I think it's even better than what he's got. Alright, what is this thing? Also, apparently they let us keep the Dark Invitation. What is it? Is it a helmet? Yeah, protects the wearer from darkness. Petrify Invalid. Okay. Okay, somebody is getting this sucker. Somebody's getting... I wonder if Rick can use it. Actually, I don't think he can use hats, but if he can, he's totally using that thing. I can't think of too many characters that can use hats. Alright, tell you what. You are going to go clear 3 strongholds before anyone can even react. This guy is basically a fighter jet made of biceps. Robo biceps at that. Okay, clear, clear, clear. Just go for the full knockout here. No units to be dispatched. Whatever, that's fine. Alright. Tell you what, Deborah and Leah, since we basically have no actual danger of being overwhelmed at this point, Deborah and Leah are going to go this way. So he sounds like a caster item, maybe Meridia or Rick. Rick feels like the sort of guy who would show up to a war wearing a veil and crying about his failed marriage. Oh man, that's depressing. I love it. So yeah, I'm gonna see if Rick can wear it. Like, he's got books, staffs, a robe, and a ring, and I don't know if he can actually equip the veil. But it's worth testing. Alright, Troy. Let's have you go here. And then let's have Mr. Butts probably go over here. Alright. What is going on with you there, little guy? Yeah, one of the most mysterious things about kids is, like, when you're trying to just have them sitting around, and they just start squirming around, like, they're basically trying to figure out their movement and just learn all their different stuff that they can do. But then they'll just be like, man, I'm trying to launch myself on the floor, why are you getting in my way? It's like, dude, what your deal is? So wait a sec, Steve. Steve. I told you, go to that town and claim it. You don't just stop by and leave. What's that crap? Alright. Go have a conversation. Let's see. Go away. What is your plan? He's fighting Lotus. I mean, I honestly wouldn't mind. But I'm pretty sure that's not going to be a good idea. Also, kind of sucks that he became the bad guy in that way, but I also kind of like it. So I don't know how I feel about it. Whatever. Alright, just in case they will send anybody out, let's go send Meridia to go guard that place. She probably won't even reach there by the time Steve wins the fight, but at least I sent her. Let's see. My kid has been screaming at the top of his lungs lately, probably trying to discover his voice or something. Yeah, they've got some weird reasons for screaming sometimes. Like, I kid you not, my relatively newborn guy here, he'll get up. Like last night, he got up like 5-6 times. He'll just basically decide it's go time in the middle of the night. Like, it can be 2:30. He just ate an hour ago. You'd think he would be in a food coma and ready to just sleep away the night. And like, some nights he'll sleep perfectly. Other nights he just like gets up, he starts crawling. He's like, I gotta go right now. And he'll repeatedly headbutt his crib, and then get really pissed because, ooh, evil spear, nice. So he'll just go there and he'll repeatedly headbutt his crib. And it's like, dude, why are you headbutting your crib? So you flip him over, put him on his back in his passy, like, okay, pat him on the back until he goes to sleep. Like, come on, See, make Lotus stand up and take notice. Time to support him. Dudes, he's evil. Although it's questionable how evil he actually is. Anyway, so yeah, like, you'd think that he would just go to sleep, but no. Like, he'll just get up and just keep going and keep going. Sometimes he'll just keep rolling sideways over and over and over. It's just like, what's going on with all this? Wait, that's Zhevek. What the crap? Why are we fighting you? Do you get corrupted too? Do you get turned? But yeah, no. Like, he'll be in the middle of eating and just start screaming and screaming and screaming, and then just go right back to eating. Like the other day, I gave him his bottle. So he's sitting there, he's eating his bottle. He's all happy, he's all content, he's smiling at me. Turns over like, yeah, Dad, I got the bottle, it's great. And then suddenly he just like pulls the bottle out of his mouth, holds it in front of him, and then goes back to eating it. It's like, what just happened? What did you do? What is that? But that's kids for you, They're amazing. It's really a unique experience. Like, there's no way to convey it in words. Lots of people have tried, and so far we are at 2019, and so far nobody's managed to actually fully explain the experience in just words. So, that's about that. Let's see, run idea, only evil units, maybe only vampire leaders, and you can only move at night. Oh, dude, that sounds awesome. Okay, that's doable. That sounds very doable, and in fact, with a save editor, especially for this one, I'm definitely more tempted to do more OB64 instead of March of the Black Queen, because truth be told, in that one, like, once you get a super squad, as long as you're not going for the full good ending, it kind of just becomes a curb stomp to the finish. In this one, there's a bit more stuff going on. Right, so why did you turn? Don't get me wrong, independence is one of our goals. I just gave one a higher priority over the other. Well, you gave yourself to getting decapitated a pretty high priority right now. See, both the king and prince gain the power above all. Ultimate power. Yeah, about that. It's like, no, dude, he just made people come back to life. It's literally a thing they did in Valeria, and yeah, no, it's not really much of a problem at all. Help for the future of this kingdom. Is there an option to say yes? Because I'm actually kind of on board with that, but whatever. I'm not necessarily opposed to the crazy zombie army idea. Truth be told, I tried to make that happen and lucked several times, because it's really not, like, tactically speaking, it's not a horrible idea. The only downside is that, yeah, they kind of make a real sucky front line, to be totally honest. Like, they can eventually overwhelm things, but the thing is, each of these regions has a way to deal with it. They've got exorcisms, they've got everything else. You're finished, don't have a chance, says the guy who just got rocked in 5 seconds. Sucky run. Yeah. Alright, and I think we have time to curb stomp one or two more. Got another Ice Blade, who gives a flying crap. It's time to max out Steve. Yeah, so if we try to leave, then we're probably going to get another fight, but we can do some training. Interestingly enough. I'm not sure why we can do training right now, but whatever, let's do some training. 2600 actually do some training. Deep Leaf strength is everything. Oh, yes, it is. Because as long as we can manipulate the Chaos Frame, we should have no problem. If anybody wants to power up Steve at any point, that'd be fantastic. Guys, power up Steve. What the crap you doing? Right. Y'all are incompetent. Fine. We'll accept one loss in training. That's never going to happen again. Also, how exactly have those guys not been deployed? Send them to go win any war ever. Have you faced any vampires in OB64 yet? They're very billowy. I have not. they, I'd assume they'd probably fold over like just about everything else. Be my basic assumption anyway. But yeah, so the result of that fight was essentially what happens when you have a 1 out of 3 chance to get a buff, and they failed to roll that like 16 times in a row, because a single buff probably would have caused them to win that fight no trouble. But you know, this is kind of how it goes sometimes, I guess. Wonder what happens if they get buffed past level 50. Can he go past that point? Like, do they still keep getting points? I don't know. Alright. Oh, child. No. Let go of my stick. Here's my control stick. He's like, no. I must play with this. Alright, let's see. That looks like a boulder and a bunch of dudes that will do no damage, although his buffs should be insane. So yeah, Steve has the same health as a golem right now. So he's still really impressed that they make the griffin's ears become feathers when they evolve into a Pinchy. Maybe they add a heraldry fan on stuff? I don't know. But it's very possible. Very, very possible. It does seem like they have a lot of references flying around to different stuff. Alright. Dudes. Dudes, come on. Buff your leader. Alright, so he's one-shotting those guys now. He's almost casually throwing out 200s. 182 on a golem, sure. Because why not? There we go, more 100 XPs. Now I believe max level is 50, so what is he at right now? Alright, he is at 49, so one more training session. And that's about all we can afford anyway, so this might have landed up all nice like. Ooh, a Dragoon. Baller, okay. Okay, now we're talking. Alright, so you need to go ahead and attack weakest. Come on, power him up. Forgot to change their formation again. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna fail this fight. Wow. Yeah, no. That Dragoon hits like a truck. Forget that. Time to move on with the story and fight an actual demon invasion. Forget training those guys. Okay, proceeding to the next stage. Drop a save in case anything breaks. Just noticed if this, if we're starting to get into the end game here, it's basically almost his birthday. So if the game ends within 6 days... okay. Alright. That'd be nuts if you could get some, like, unique UFO ending or something if it ends exactly on your birthday. So it's on the 23rd. I think it said it was, like, the 18th or something. Alright, this looks like a last boss if I've ever seen one. So it's set up temporary headquarters. Just call it a camp. Objective is Fort Romulus, protected by double walls. Time to break out the termites. So your first time sieging a fortress like this, it's different from your previous battles. Okay, so never mind on that. Ringed with precipices and thick castle walls, only air units can access the fort directly. Must approach from the gates and destroy them. Good. Good. Good! Man! Friggin' strategy game actually making use of walls, I love it. Should expect resistance once inside the gates. Be prepared for all hell to break loose once you enter the castle walls. Okay. There aren't any strongholds inside the castle walls. Men can still be healed, but they can't regroup. Okay. You only do that back at HQ. Liking this. This is very confusing, but don't worry, you're experienced enough to handle it. How is that very confusing? There are walls. Done. Also, about to go ahead and show why walls don't work. So you're restricted by ramparts and castle gates. A legion cannot enter strongholds. If you'd like to use a unit from a legion, don't worry, I've disbanded a legion. Just concentrate. Good. It's like the Legion mechanic is trash. We realize this. We've thrown it away. Sometimes on siege levels, they'll hint the time is running out, like you're watching Australian Ultraman or something. The timer is beyond kind. You have to try to fail by timer. Gotcha. So there's multiple of these. Nice. Okay, I wish that this kind of mechanic had... Legions cannot be used. They will be disbanded into units. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty forgiving time limit. Why would there be a time limit in this situation? Like, we're sieging them. Is that just until our supplies run out? Is that the deal? Alright. Yeah, they're very worried about legions. Alright. Let's go ahead and start dismantling those walls then. I'm assuming they won't try to take the capital then. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead... Child. Please. Child, please. What you doing? Right, so I'm going to dispatch a bunch of dudes to just go break down the wall, and then Steve is going to go handle the rest. So I'm actually just going to go take on that one, since one concentrated force seems to be the way to go. Alright, just in case though, we're going to have Rick, and Dio, and Meridia on defense. Since that should be long enough for Steve to show up and deal with whatever it is anyway. Now, for comparison, I don't know if their actual scores are taken into account. But let's see what happens if, if we compare Steve with literally the whole rest of the army. Oh wow, you weren't kidding about that time limit being forgetting. I thought it was going to actually start counting down. That's nothing. Huh. Wait, does that mean 19 days? Huh. Alright, hang on one sec. Alright. So clearly this is going fantastically right now. No, screw it. Get nuked. Mostly I just don't want that front ferry to die. Let's go ahead and change his formation around a little bit. Probably go take that center area and should have no problem from there. Alright. Steve, change your formation, please. No need to camp, because, yeah, these guys just never need to rest, ever. Yeah, see, these kinds of mechanics, though, I wish they'd been shown more. Because this is really awesome, actually. Tia, you swap with that, you swap with that. Yeah, Tia's safe, everybody else is doing their business. Good. But yeah, two things. Yeah, I definitely wish that you could say that you could go adjust stuff like when you get the little thing of like, these two units have engaged. I know their idea is supposed to be that you can't cheese that as much, but given how quickly they engage sometimes in this, it's really nice to actually have the option to respond instantly. Because obviously you may have forgotten stuff. Anyway, the Paladin unit is named after Indy. We named the dog Indy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. I just like to think that he punched the door down. Alright, so we're gonna go take this healing fountain, or whatever it is. Oh man, this is cool! Yeah, the actual zoom thing makes sense here, and you got different camps running around. Oh man, I love this. This is awesome! How have we not run into this yet? This is such a cool idea! Out of curiosity, feel free to spoil this particular one, but is there a, Pendra auto recharge in the future? You just automatically reload the dang thing? For example, you know, you go to this spot and all of your stuff is just suddenly available for use again. Yeah, I have no idea why time would be running out aside from supplies, but our supplies should be more than good. I almost want to see what happens upon reaching the end of that timer, only because I want to see what, you know, what kind of supplies end up, or what the actual reason for the loss is. Alright, yeah, whatever. Just go for the leader. Y'all are probably screwed, but doesn't matter, you tried. In fact, I really might just send everybody back to the base. Because realistically, Steve's got this. I.e. Pendra battery? Pretty much. The Pendra auto recharge battery. Pierce, 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 Pierce. I hope the mod adds the option for Cataphracts to have 3 attacks. There's really no reason for them not to have that. Because their attack is so much lower than everybody else, so why exactly wouldn't they have 3 attacks? Doesn't make sense they're a slow unit. Well, at the very least, like, reflect damage or something. Like, as much as I understand that they're the bulky unit, it's just they have a really hard time, you know, actually standing up to stuff. Like, they still end up losing even if they held their, you know, their defensive line, as it were. That whole, the whole idea that came up earlier about it, you know, them not being able to be pushed backwards, like I think Vel was saying, it's, like, that's really solid. Like, that makes sense if they're immune to crits, maybe, or just maybe immune to being pushed back, or literally anything aside from they have somewhat passable defense that can still be bypassed by a lot of things. Like, if they had enough defense to still slightly edge out a DPS race, in some cases. Okay, champion statuette. I do believe Steve's going to go ahead and use that. In fact, I don't think there's even a reason to take that center area. We really might as well just win this. You know, I'm going to save those Pendras for the last part. This is just a bunch of gremlins. Yeah, so about that strike defense. We're doing a pretty good job with that. See, there's a kind of underused power multiplier system in the game. No need to go for 3 attacks whenever you want something to whenever you want to make something good. True. I mean, I guess Troy's been kind of doing all right, but I had to power level him as an attack class for a while. Alright, and I'm back, and looks like Peregrine Mail was found. That should be... Okay, they all just toppled it. Fair enough. So while they're all doing their thing, let's go ahead and move in on this place. I'd ideally prefer for them to just not take as few losses as possible. Because again, Steve's basically got this. There's... Actually, you know what? Screw it. Steve's got this. Everyone else go back to base. There's really no need to take unnecessary losses. Like, he's just that good. Maybe Troy, but even him, you know? Actually, Troy with fairies isn't even that bad. I forget if it was Leah that I didn't send back to base yet. We just wanted to ruin your gates, that's all. But yeah, to this point, to this to this day, I still have zero idea what the hell makes Legion scale. So, Rakes, if you have any idea, please let me know, because I tried. I over-leveled him like crazy, I gave him ridiculous amounts of attack boosts, I tried everything I could really think of to try and boost Legion damage, and it kind of seemed like it was some absurdly low-scaling, like, thing based off level, I guess? Like, off the Legion Commander's level, because he got damage up to 60 on a crit, but, like, that's nothing by this point. But again, by and large, he was still doing 1 to 5, even with, like, a 30 level difference, so... I don't know. See, the thing I gave you to try use it more, for instance, 9 Paladin have the same stat growth, and also Berserker and Black Knight. Paladin gets an extra attack, and Black Knight gets higher multipliers. Okay, that's cool. It's really cool. Would be, can't technically show that version, though. Also, yeah, that time limit hasn't even gone down. Actually, out of curiosity, let's see if we can maybe never trigger the time limit. Let's go ahead and use this. Go ahead and use those dowsing rods. Oh, cannot be used. There's no hidden items, huh? This is a one-off. I see how it is. Alright. Y'all are still trying, huh? Still trying. Still trying. They've got stone swords, because it gives them extra stats, but he's one-shotting super demons. He's basically turning into Doomslayer at this point. Just, you know what, just splash some green paint on him, close enough. Oh, it's Butts I forgot to send back to base. But yeah, I really like that idea of identical, it's kind of like identical stat growth. It seems like it would make a lot of stuff stand out better. See, swear at large, castle-style sieges do have hidden items. I remember running a flying unit into the middle of nowhere to get one. Maybe I technically can't access it because I don't have a flying unit? Right, and you just go back to base. No reason for you to do anything else. Meanwhile, Steve's just gonna walk up to the gate, punch it down, and go deal with everything himself. Do I wanna... Nah, this is just basic archers. See, when this squad loses a fight, that's when it'll be time to worry. Like, everybody else, I can at the very least assume they can hold their own if we do end up into an infinite enemy situation, but yeah. See, it's probably that first smaller fort siege doesn't have them. Okay. Oh, dude, there's bigger versions of this? Please tell me the last fight is one of these. Because, man, I'd be so excited if that's the case. Just like 20 gates in the way. Yeah, let's go ahead and launch this. Alrighty. And you guys are still coming, huh? And they're still coming. They're just going and going and going and going, aren't ya? Alright, dead. I think it's mostly because they finally figured out to hide their leaders in the back. That also could be part of it. And again, despite being nearly max level, they're still getting 3 XP because of that scroll. God, that thing's useful. Ooh, Malachite. That sounds useful! Actually, that looks like a big old sword. I wonder if Butts can use it. The Butts Blade. Slash. Dead. These good stuff. And yeah, I definitely want that evil sword back. I love being able to put stuff to sleep. Okay, Phoenix Mail. See, I don't have to go out of my way. He just stands in the middle of a fountain and everybody comes in to turn it into ketchup. He's cool stuff. 151 before a power-up. Ah, man. This is amazing. I think this is actually the most overpowered he's been in this entire challenge. What a perfect way to end it. And yeah, according to the in-game clock, so far it's taken about 40 minutes to completely breach a wall on both sides and eliminate almost everybody inside. Alright, so I'm gonna let him sit and recover for a little bit, laughing at the panicking siren over there. In fact, it might even be a little bit faster just to kind of let him attack. What is your rate of healing right now? Yeah, your rate of healing sucks. Is it because of the slower timescale that they're healing so slowly? But yeah, Rakes, if you could tell me, what is there any known information as far as how Legions scale? Because I was really wanting to do a Legion-only run at some point, and I have no idea how to make that happen. Because I haven't been able to figure out anything for what actually makes them tick. Alright, they're dead. This feels like a good use for a Pendra. Perfect. Alright, that might have just saved the fight. And I'm back. And how many times is this group gonna attack her? Come on, please guard everything. Can you run yet? No. Well, I wish I'd saved that Altar of Resurrection now. I hope she doesn't zombify. Otherwise, she might turn into a fairy. They zombify into fairies in this universe. I actually meant to have her retreat, but I was checking on my little dude. It was all like, oh no. I'm mildly upset, but he's okay now. He's only mildly upset. Right, so please explain to me how it is that you can never hit the front row when I need you to hit the front row, and then you just keep sniping zombies when they're the only one there. Rude. Just plain rude. Rude, 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 rude. Anyway, that's that handled. How are you holding up? Screw it. Just charge. Go ahead and use that one healing item that you've got with you. Wait, I thought he didn't have any extra slots. Whatever. Alright, yeah, go ahead and charge through, since I'm sure he'll have no trouble doing this whatsoever. And despite the fact that that thing has walls and they're arguably a bit more difficult to get through, I'm sure we're going to have no problem getting right through them, because he'll probably be standing right outside, because that's how forts work in RPGs. You know. People don't use gates. Why would they use gates? Alright. They won, because of course they did. They never don't. I kind of wish OB would do more with its undead, especially when there are 4 basic undead units in OB64. You want a Dragon Master, Enchanted Beastmaster bonus for undead. How is there no Necromancer in this game? That's their... That's like their whole thing. Didn't you have a Necromancer for that exact purpose in Black Queen? I feel like you did. Yeah, no. I feel like the overall effect... Ooh, Helm of Thunderclap. Nice. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As he just kicks the door down. Alright, so those guys will aggro now, so let's go ahead and sit in the healing fountain. Oh, never mind. Okay, formation, first of all. Which one's damaged? Right, Mosquito's damaged. Let's switch Tia over to taking hits, and then let's switch you back to attacking. Funny part is, he might be able to get all the way to the boss without actually having to fight everybody else. I don't have any additional Pendras left. Also, funnily enough... Yeah, no, he can just run right past those guys. Do this! Let's do this. He's like, dude, you only brought fairies, really? Behold, I have gone to Taco Bell and achieved Death Gas. This is the ultimate power. Yeah. Jeez. So you lost the aura, you fell to the darkness, so how exactly are you gonna talk him out of this? That thing looks like the Ambition. Is that in this game too? Wait, seriously, you're gonna solo this crap? Are you dense? I mean, cool, he can do that, but he just got killed by a fairy. Or a gremlin, rather. Yeah, you think? Oh, good. He's gonna turn into an actual boss fight. And bring it back. Also, are those Hell Mayans? They kind of look like they've got some of those shark tooth swords. Or no, they're axes. I mean, if you're going to stick yourself right in the middle, I'm not going to lie. Oops. Amber's basic attack is the Pendra of Bane. It's just hard to tell because you're over-leveled and animations were off. Gotcha. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and change that formation around. And also, it appears... stream's being weird again. Also, be right back. God dang it. Alright, so we should be back in business. I'm not seeing it properly working, but yeah, hang on. Be right back one sec. Alright, I'm back. A little bit quieter on this end because there was a little bit of chaos that broke out here. But yeah, no. Once again, he got killed by the gremlin, which is just kind of hilarious. And he's gonna rule the world by currently dying, so that'll work out great. I'm gonna think of it. Didn't I get like one of them ogre blades or whatever else last time? Should probably check on that. Once again, farting out those fireworks that we just have infinite amounts of. And hello, Mr. Evan H. Ooh, rune plate. Sweet. We can go get a rune two-hander also, and then we'll just be the kings of free-to-play. Alright. This is what I learned from Cerdin. Don't know if it's validity, but I think I need to tell you. Okay. We're getting infinite potential. I guess one's magic skill is a good example of this. Some people are more inclined to it than others, but everyone's capable of increasing their power that they wield. Yes, especially through crowns of intellect. As master, though, if humans have infinite potential, what is considered the height of human capabilities, there are limits. And he discovered that a seal is put on that ability. It's called balance patches. They fear that they could gain power beyond the gods, so he decided to seal this infinite potential, or he could just not give it to them in the first place. When the thing breaks, they gain power above the potential of normal people, they can withstand the infernal aura that is released, and the condition is in fact, I would consider it as falling into the way of the darkness. Okay, so... Right, so basically, what, you become overpowered, so you become that? An incident that brings doubt to one's heart becomes the catalyst for their fall into darkness. Okay. Let's see, those with a strong infernal aura break it as they draw out the dark emotions from deep within. Okay, so basically, yeah, Black Queen. Okay. I don't know, not so much into this weird explanation, but whatever. See, hiring things in, then another world, nifty. So everyone's got crazy infinite evil powers. Fear that involves flatness. They are more than enough to drag people into darkness. And march on the capital, where... Let's see, liberate our people, or go attack the capital. I have a feeling going straight for the capital is kind of the way to go. Then again... Hang on, free our people, so that's this place. Because technically speaking, if we free our dudes... It's weird, because yeah, if we free our dudes, presumably that's going to improve the ending and all that kind of thing. But I feel like this is just like the overall more positive result. See, I can see Clippy now, so I see you're trying to break the god seal on your potential without falling to the infernal air, or would you like to open a new document? Yes, we're going to open the ultimate document. Also, there's 3 dots. We're going to be landing here exactly on Steve's birthday. I think this is the one to go. Yeah, Gemio 23. Please tell me this is the last fight. Insanity. Nice. It's exactly his birthday. Yeah. Alright, what do we got here? So, over at the capital. Has breached our front and is now advancing on us. Only a matter of time. They never give up and unite suck. Have you lost your pride? Nah, dude, they're just getting overwhelmed because Steve's ridiculously overpowered. Screen transition. Oh, he's gonna become all super evil or something? Or is Lotus gonna come up and save everybody? Oh, hello. Hello, Super Dragoons, who are... Actually, no, those are just 4 copies of the, friggin' Earth God thing. Yeah, let's go run at that. That's a smart idea. Like, I'm here with my posse, you guys. Oh, please tell me he just owns his dad now. Who are they? Like, oh yeah. Like, I just became a god. Just randomly doing all that kind of stuff. He has the power. You got the touch. You got the power. Wait, so they both got god powers? Like, I got god powers, but Dad, I also got god powers. I'm sorry. Are you dense? What did you think would happen? Oh, he didn't even get a chance to fight. Wait, Knights of Danica, what the hell's that? What are you gonna go win all the races? It's friggin' Danica Patrick? What? Oh wait, so did he go recruit the good guys? Is that what happened? That'd be kinda cool. Or no, did he just get like the Earth God powers? Is that what it is? That'd be really cool. There, we got more bridges. This looks just like one of the maps of March of the Black Queen. Right, so march on that thing. 2 days west of Rugni, capture the castle. There's dudes everywhere, but who gives a crap? Okay, so, dudes everywhere. Same strategy as before. Send Steve, everybody else is just doing their thing. This man has been consumed, regardless of who they were, they all fight together. Be prepared for anything. Cool, so everyone's just teaming up. It's kind of like the entire mid-game section of Saints Row 4. It's like all the bad guys come back for one big hurrah. Man, SR4 is such a good game. It's like they literally just make it like the entire Earth is just turns into one giant simulation. So you're basically in the Matrix, and then yeah, they just bring back all the bad guys from the entire series, and they're like, yeah, these are just your dudes now. This is your giant map-wide boss fight. It's great. Forgot to give Steve healing items. Don't suppose there's a shop anywhere. In fact, let's deploy everybody on defense, and then I'm going to go ahead and look for a shop. Can't help but notice that we kinda sorta forgot about Leah. She's dead off in the background somewhere. Oh crap. One sec. Alright, and I'm back. Sorry for the momentary silence there. Had to do dad stuff. But yeah, so I'm guessing that's their way of saying that there's Nobians passed by there. So I don't know if we can actually save them or anything. I mean, I assume that's what that other one was. You go and save them. Also, random drum solo going on in the background, as you can hear. Yeah, this is, Ode to Chaos. There we go. That sounds like a theme name. Also, because of the fact that they didn't actually give us a chance to restock anything, these guys don't have healing items, so... yeah, I'm just gonna have them go town to town and then send in support as time goes on. Though I really don't know who's judging us. Because if you think about it, like, we're basically getting judged for losing a town to a crazy demon army, like... realistically, what the hell is that? So extra timers are wasted, but don't quote me on that. Also, yeah, if they scale only off... so if they only scale off those unit stats, but basically there's no way to actually improve their damage in base game? As in, like, if you're just doing, like, a base game challenge, there's no way to make them do better? Because I would actually explain what I was finding there too, but still. Kind of wish they would have maybe done that a little bit better. Also, let's go send Troy out to go deal with this. Again, everyone's just going to be holding the fort while Steve goes full Diablo on everybody. Ah, Braxton, it's somebody closing a door. Calm yourself. Don't need to go panicking and freaking out over that. Alright, so they got their leader in the front, no problem. I do love that everybody's affected. It's nice. Like, it's cool to see that there isn't just one group and just magically immune to everything. Which I guess is kind of your group, isn't it? But yeah, that's why I decided to go for this one, though. Like, between the two different options that were available, this just seemed like the one that made more sense. But oh well. Yeah, in base game you'd be screwed with that. Well, worth asking. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and take these two towns, probably start sending Troy out. Yeah, probably send Troy out for defense here. Most of these squads are leaderless, despite the fact that they, like, deliberately... actually, no, let's send you to go guard this town. Let's send Dio to go kind of pick up the slack on the next one. Then Steve's going to shop, and then Steve's going to win it. That's how we're going to do this. Axe of Worm. Actually, no. Let's send Dio back, because that guy's gonna get chased right into town. In fact, Steve doesn't even need to take this town. He just goes this way and then takes this one. Then that'll be worthwhile. He's got like a little bit of healing to do, but I don't think the cleric squad's gonna go and attack him, or he's just gonna accidentally attack him, you know. So I expected this run to devolve into Rick the Lich with Draconite spell, to be honest. March of the Black Queen all over again. Well, I guess there's something different each time now, ain't there? These guys gonna go for leader? Yeah, it's gonna work just fine. Alright, well, we accidentally took this town, so... fine. I guess we'll protect it, or whatever. Also, they're leaderless, so... actually, yeah, just leaving it abandoned until the next team can get there is probably the best way to do it. Because, yeah, I need to get to this one in order to do some shopping in order to get him healing items so that he can bum rush the boss. That's the long and short of it. So you can go take this one. Yeah, in fact, we haven't even used Rick in a while. Let's go ahead and do this. Troy's just chasing this poor bastard all the way across town. Also, since we probably won't get much time to do it, let's go ahead and use the Dowsing Rod. So yeah, as long as there are those in the game that can't ever be truly balanced, it all depends on your self-control. True. Ooh, Holy Lance. That sounds nifty. In fact, that might be a really good upgrade to Leah, who I should probably attach to a squad and go revive at this point. Angel Fruit, well, that's worthless. Okay. Organize screen. Ding. Alright, here we go. Katreda, bringing the dead over back to life, all that kind of thing. Yeah, let's get some of these gremlins back. Gremlins and fairies and crap. Etc. Right, where is Leah? Oh, that's because she's still technically part of her own team, isn't it? Butts died too? When and how did that happen? And how did I not notice? Alright, whatever. So, that's a lot of reviving to do. Okay, actually, no. Let's put Aisha. So, yeah, these two are just going to be kind of the revive party, more or less. Well, I'm sure glad they didn't zombify. That'd be awkward. Right, there's that one done, and then let's fill up the other party as well. Give you this one, and give you this one. Do you wish to exit? I sure do. I'm almost tempted to use Meridia for that same goal, actually. Alright. Now, if I recall correctly, yeah, they should just be needing to go to this town. And then we should have, hopefully, enough money to at least revive those lot. Someone could always grab Wild Cockatrices, and then two of the other units hasn't seen yet, and make an overpowered group with Draconite. It seems like there's a lot of overpowered options. Like, right now, honestly, just having a team with, like, a Dragoon, 2 Paladins, a Healer, and a Lich, I haven't seen any party yet that would be able to stand up to that. They've got pumpkin heads. Thems are scary. Pumpkin heads go dead, please. Much appreciated. Now, take out the leader. Because, yeah, that pumpkin head is one of the few things that could nearly insta-kill Steve right now. It's just kind of a funny thing to think about. It's like, what happened? Oh, they can one-shot demons. They're carving through knights as if they're wearing nothing. Scared of pumpkins. Alright. Go take that town, and I've got very little time left now. Go shopping, because somehow a shop is still available in the midst of all this nonsense. Let's get a bunch of these. How many are you going to carry? 2, please. Alright, that should be all we need. So go ahead and march on that capital, and then we can be down here. By the way, I just want to say thank you to everybody that's stuck around this long. I actually have never seen a good number of people stick around for a while, so it's nice. It's nice. I'd like to think maybe it was a little bit more entertaining this time. Is that correct? I don't know. I wouldn't know, but hopefully it's at least somewhat amusing. So, you know, thank y'all. Very appreciated and all that kind of thing. Alright, come on, Steve. March on that capital, you speedy bastard. Who are you? Vapula? He's vaping Dracula. He's Vapula. That's beautiful. Dang Vapula. Although he's probably Roman, so it's probably something cool like Vapula or something. Vapula. I mean, he could be a vape douche. Knight of the Caligulous Order. It's like, oh, you're evil? Okay. They all want crazy power. Goodness. Okay. Oh, he craves blood. This is Bloodborne now. He's basically armored up Gascoigne. Is it enough to make somebody sick? I don't know. Might be enough to one-shot a boss. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you not get a chance to attack? That's a real shame. This is a balanced move and a balanced item. I don't know what you're talking about. I understand eventually. Defeat, disgrace, dishonor, the vexation I felt when I lost my position. You mean like when 2 items just ruined your life's journey? Yes. I'm sure that's probably not very satisfying. Wrecked. He's noticed us scatter. Crap! Dang it, I was scaring everybody off by mentioning the fact that they exist. I'm sorry, you guys don't exist. Nobody's here, I'm talking to myself like a crazy person. Right, Nephrite sword. Looks like it's ice. That's nifty. No! Well, bye, Leah. Leia zombified. How did it go? Did you find out anything? Nothing. Let's see, the information I gathered is nothing more than rumors. That's a shame. Appeared. King Procus is not the one controlling them, known as the Child of the Covenant or the Chosen. They hope to resurrect their queen, who I believe is Danica. Again, apparently they came back from whatever dead they were, and just, yeah, started winning races. Taken there, why she called as such. Apparently she took over. So apparently she's like Mother Earth's sister or some crap. So what you're saying is, find their leader, stab them real good, and then problem solved, yeah? So he's carrying out a so-called divine plan, which includes the suppression of the revolution, the destruction of Lotus. Creation of a new world will he'll reign over both humans and demons. So he basically... Dude. The entire Disgaea series is the bad ending to this game. See, if you're a high schooler and you fail to get the Caligulus as Shrouded in Darkness on your SAT this year, after playing as OB64, that's on you. Well, I knew it. Also, I'm well past out of school, thank you. Let's see, well, at least we know what's going on. Something big is going on in Winia. Doesn't look like we have much time left. Q. Hard for me to tell you, but we located Yumel. It's almost like he's a bad guy, and that should be super obvious. Yeah, he's the leader. Like, oh man. But he was getting all super weird on me earlier. Right, so we got Latium and Barpeth. So I'm assuming this is like go save more dudes. And this is just charge forward, which is exactly what we're going to do. Also, before I forget, inevitably by next time, let's Child, stop trying to take my stuff. Alright, let's go revive dudes, I think. Actually, no. I'm kind of out of time here. Okay, I gotta get going. So thank you guys for stopping by, as usual. I believe... Hang on, let me see if he's doing stuff right now. See if this guy's doing stuff. I don't know if he's actually doing stuff, but there we go. So thank you for stopping by, have a great day, and take care.